I agree.
You can poo it all you want, but that's
you walk up like brains. I'm like,
chips you're given.
probably, yeah.
And you can't just make it into something not.
We knew this day would come.
But what I would emphasize.
Yeah, listen, like, we're like, yo, this might as well happen. You know, I mean, after all the other shit, like, we spent years looking at niggas like bent like fucking question marks. You know, I mean, digging shit out of their ass. You know, I mean, fucked up on fent. You know, I mean, so like, yeah, this might as well happen. You know.
You could say, well, Anglicanism is.
Bro, there's some drugs that are literally turning people into zombies, bro. It's fucking horrifying.
Before that.
Yo, I'm not. Yo, does it really bother you? Really? I mean, after you watch your neighborhood get taken over by first blacks, then Puerto Ricans, and now Indians, you're like, bro, listen. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's yes, of course. You know what I mean? Of course, y'all would do this. You know.
Obviously, that requires a little bit of.
Bro, people eating people's faces off, dog.
Yeah, well,
listen, yo, okay, let me ask you something. 15 years ago, did you get 5 calls a day from a nigga going, star, please do not redeem? Did you get that 5 years ago or 15 years ago? Because I didn't. You know what I mean? Now I get them 5 times a fucking day. You know?
What is it? Yeah, they caught me 10 times in a row. Do you believe that? 10 times in a fucking row. And they were impersonating ICE officers. And I'm like, yeah, thick Indian accent. And you're like pretending to be ICE. And I'm like, where do you gotta draw a line? Google me, like they were doing it 10 times. And then I Googled their number. And people say they're like spoofing the ICE numbers. Yeah.
And dude, they don't even try. One time I had one call me in the most obvious Indian accent, and he goes literally, "Hello, my name is Peter Parker." I'm like, okay.
Yo, Spider-Man, what up, nigga? Like, yo, listen, you gotta flip out.
Yo, give me a pizza, man.
Thank you so much.
Swing me over a pizza, man.
Like all the fucking names you choose, really, Peter Parker. Come on, dude.
Get yourself a VIP package and go see
Let me tell you,
geopolitical
80 to 90% of the tech jobs I've worked with are Indian. Like, you believe that? Like 80 to 90% of it. And I'm sometimes
yes, we believe it. We all know, Brad. Like, everyone knows. That's what I'm saying. Like, when things happen now, we go, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? We know. You know what I mean? Like, we know.
That's true.
Just if you press the button.
You are not telling us something outside of the norm. I'm on Discord a lot, okay? And, like, believe it or not, Discord is filled up with tech furries, like, every fucking where. And when tech furries are, like, bitching about the smell of curry everywhere they fucking go, I mean, I know there's a problem. You know?
I'm not a furry, though. But I know you might think I'm a furry because of my interest, but I am not a furry.
I don't think you're a furry. You would not be a furry. You would be a feathery. You know what I'm saying? You want to be technical about things. Right? Just like the guys who like LARP as lizards are now scalies. Right? You got to get the terminology proper. You know?
I think I prefer, petite Asian woman. You know what I mean? That's my sexual preference. I prefer petite Asian woman.
Yeah, listen, give up on that. You know, like, here's the problem, okay?
Well, at least you're not
like, you're gonna make kids, and nobody's gonna want to fuck your dude, like your little boy, right? Like, there's no female who's ever gonna want to have sex with them because nobody likes Asian men.
Well, I have an Asian wife for over 10 years.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, the Asian women, like, people want to have sex with, but the Asian men, no one wants to fuck.
Well,
so, like, what is the point in breeding with an Asian?
I like their culture. I like their woman. I like their I like Chinese culture, and I like.
Listen, I like sideways pussy as much as the next guy. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not making a fucking kid with like a bitch who could possibly give me a son who's not going to produce grandkids.
Well, yeah. Wait, what? I mean, well, I know what you mean. Yeah. I do not personally want kids. But if other people want kids, more power to them. I am not.
Yeah.
Would you not say that when
right, you should see the monsters that I produce, right? Like, literally, like, 2 of my sons are over 6'3", right? Like, I make fucking gigantic monster-ass kids.
Yeah, that famous picture with the Trump 28 hats?
Yeah.
Is that like trying to have some
my highest cousin is like 6'1".
Having the Trump 2028 like hat.
Yeah, what's weird is I have a cousin who has blonde hair and blue eyes.
So it's his fault.
He's pretty tall.
It's his fault. It's his fault.
No,
it's the Democrats.
Yeah, like, I mean, my 21-year-old, you know what I'm saying? He's 6'4", right? He plays college football and shit.
Because why not?
Yeah, what kind of
Why
genes
not?
do you
Because now
have?
the government
That's
shut down. And now
crazy.
he has to.
You're saying
Yeah, listen, again, I make monsters.
Government.
Yeah,
That's like so
I can tell.
disingenuous.
Yeah,
Well, no, the
like,
government shut down
6'4"
because
is
the
really
Republicans
Right.
aren't negotiating anything with the Democrats.
They're
What would-
trying
Yeah,
to.
my other
When
son
Mike
is like
Johnson-
6'2",
Mike Johnson
right?
says he's
Like
open to
I
it, and
make
also
Donald
fucking
Trump-
Donald Trump
monsters,
truth
Yeah.
just last night.
right? And then,
that
you know what I mean? And then I have
he's
daughters, and
They
they're
said
like
they had that
pretty
meeting.
little,
What was
beautiful
Trump willing
women,
to give in that
right? And I have
meeting?
another son lining up. You know what I mean?
he
Who's
said
like, you
that
know, literally,
asked
like I'll be
the
honest, listen, well, one
Senate,
baby's mom's her
minority
fucking
leaders
grandfather has a
what they
picture with
wanted,
Hitler.
basically. And
We're not really sure what like the
provisions
relationship was or what the
to
relation
help out
is,
these
you know?
illegals, and Donald
But my
Trump
son's a
want to-
blonde
they want
hair,
to
blue eyed
restore
Aryan little
Medicaid.
motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
who's like big as shit.
The one big
right?
bill reform Medicaid.
Yeah, by making
That's
cuts.
cool.
He's smart as
Yeah,
fuck, and he
but
goes
for
around
people
for
who are
some reason.
undocumented.
You know what I mean? Just holding his
people who
right
are
hand up in the air. I don't know what's up. You know what I mean?
Undocumented cannot get Medicaid.
You fucking gotta be kidding
I
me.
swear, Mike Johnson, he cited,
Yo,
from
listen,
the,
you know?
Senate's,
And by the way, here's the great.
I can't remember the exact name right now, but basically they said that there are like 3.2
And
million.
like I have my kids like go out with my friends or whatever, and their kids,
Medicaid. You
right? And they're
probably
like, "Yo,
heard
why
your
is your son sound like that?" He's like, "Why?" He's like,
So,
"What
I
up,
don't-
Uncle
They
Leland?"
can't.
Right?
They don't
At like
qualify for
5 years
Medicaid.
old, all these
They can't
motherfuckers sound
qualify
like they're
for those.
30. Okay?
You have to be a legal alien.
The testosterone is high.
illegal alien.
Illegal.
I know my
alien.
kids is
Illegal-
gonna
illegal,
motherfucking make me
yeah.
grandkids. Just how it works.
No, so
My gene line is gonna survive no matter what.
You say
The
you
problem
make
is that,
kids
Trump-
with
you
like
understand, like, the
so many
frustration,
different
like, Trump can
women
literally
of
do no
different races,
wrong.
like Germanic
That's not true.
women and black
Well,
women,
okay.
and
Is
how
it
many
just
different
because it's
races?
Italian women and like like an Irish woman, yeah.
Irish
All women are beautiful.
In history.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
listen,
no,
you know what I mean?
it's just that
Like the
Democrats
Irish
feel
girl
like,
gave me a
you know,
short
big
son. I
for
feel a
them,
way
and
about
they
that,
wanna
but
blame
like
for
you know, it is
everything.
what it is.
Okay. so then you know wrong.
No,
right?
no,
But he's
can't be
smart
wrong.
and he's
Well,
funny.
it sounds like if
He's
anything
clever.
bad
So
happens,
like
remember,
you know,
he's
it'll
facing
work
a
out.
bunch of haters.
I mean, he does. Does he not? Like,
Yeah,
didn't
the
Biden
black
have a
woman
bunch of
too,
haters?
right?
The current
Yeah,
Biden?
Yeah.
He
That's
does.
the one that's in
But
college
not-
playing
but
football
not
right
as
now.
much- Not as much as Donald
Like yo,
Trump
my
on behalf
son,
of the entire
my son
country
sent me a
and fucking
picture and I
rallying
sent like a
against him
fucking
to
like I put
go
like
no
typing
deal.
on the bottom of it,
Didn't Biden at one
right?
point
Send it
order
back to
two
him,
special
right? And it
counsels
said
against-
like
one
yo,
against him, one against his son, while he was
fucking
in
them
office.
shoes is
Donald
nice. They
Trump
look
ordered
like
on
they
behalf of
mine,
four.
right? You know what I mean? Because that's what that
Dismissed
motherfucker
because
look
he was in
like.
office.
He like he
What
gonna
about
rob
the
you.
case?
No, he didn't.
What about
They were
Latinos?
dismissed because
Huh?
he was elected president.
Do you have any kids with
Nah,
The
listen.
candidate was tried, he
beating the
lost.
No, listen, bro. I'm not interested in like getting stabbed in order to breed.
Because Donald Trump.
Wait, Latinos?
Hey man, they do carry knives. I was with a Puerto Rican chick for 7 years, and she almost fucking stabbed my ass. So, you know,
But
just she was Taino.
At some
She
point, we
she
have to say,
fucking
okay, well,
she's a crazy bitch, but she was.
The Mesoamerican blood still runs strong
Well,
in
some
the
things.
South Americans or something.
everything.
That's
not
why
on
they're
everything.
so
I
hyper
mean, the whole
violent.
Ukraine.
She's
Nah,
Taino.
nah.
That's
Listen,
pretty bad.
we're not. Yeah. Look, we're talking about Puerto Ricans. We're not talking
Yeah.
about like
Yeah,
fucking
Puerto
those
Ricans
filthy
like that, yeah.
Asians.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're talking about the actual like fucking like
I know
like
about
the actual Spanish, not those filthy fucking Asian brown red things in like
I'm
Central
from-
America.
He's
Real, actual like fucking
little bit, sure.
Latinos, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the Puerto Ricans. Right, Puerto Ricans, Cubans.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
we
think it's more
don't
that
we don't
Trump is an
accept
idiot
the
and thinks
Mexicans
that
as
the
Latino.
Trump
They're
is
not
so-
Latin. All right, like they're Spanish. Right, it's a whole different thing, and we don't want nothing to do with them. Okay, like they can do their own shit.
The Qatari leadership.
They're basically like fucking savages. You know what I mean? Who like do roofing.
I guess.
They're not real people.
Sure.
Ask of
Okay,
you.
so if Donald
You know, I
Trump's
had
fucked with
this
some
friend,
people,
and he told me
Donald
that
Trump hasn't done
Spanish
anything with
people
Ukraine,
and
Russia.
Italians
We have
are
another
on bad
government
terms.
shutdown.
I don't know how
The
true
two
that
things
is.
Oh my
that Donald Trump
God!
would
If
take
you only
credit
knew
for,
the history,
Like
one
on
would
bad
have been
terms,
the
like
Abraham
the
Accords,
Spaniards.
Yeah, listen,
They
no, all right,
infiltrated-
okay.
That's not working.
bro.
Yeah.
And then the other one would have been
Shit.
the
All right.
renegotiation.
The Puerto
of
Ricans and the
NAFTA, US
Italians get
Mexico
along
trade
like
agreement.
peanut butter and
When he
jelly.
came into
All right,
office,
we
he
are
actually
fucking
wanted
tight.
to get rid of NAFTA. He was
Like we are,
Yeah.
like we are one fucking people. Like literally, like the head of
Puerto
the
Ricans
Latin
are actually
Kings.
Native American.
I guess.
If you really
Yeah, the
get
head of
down
the
to
Latin
it.
Kings is an Italian dude.
He reformed it.
Yeah,
But
that's a fact. Yeah,
Right.
what do you think
Yeah.
Latino is? Latin. That's where it comes from. Italians are Latin. We're not just white.
To get rid of NAFTA, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you said,
We accept the Puerto Ricans as basically our own. We like Puerto Ricans.
They are.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean as
Yeah,
blown
but
up?
like as
Shut
far
up,
as
Mexico. What do you
Mexicans are
mean?
concerned, nah, like we don't like any of them. We hope they all go die in a fire. Right?
They're the
You know what
ones
I
who
mean?
were
Like
committing ritual sacrifices, bro.
An actual trade.
What
deal,
about
not
the
the ones that are true
Spaniards? I was
social.
saying,
We had a
asking
real trade deal with both those
Spaniards.
countries.
The
And
Well, yeah. See,
The
well,
Spanish themselves? I mean, like,
tariffing them because of the fentanyl that's
I'm,
coming in from
we never meet any of them.
relationship.
Like,
You think we're tariffing
Dog.
fentanyl
That's what Donald
Do you
Trump
meet,
said.
bro? Do you meet many motherfuckers from Spain?
I met like one or two.
He also said he would solve
Paisan.
Russia on day one. And
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, a few, but not too many. Mostly Puerto Ricans,
So,
Cubans, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a Genesis chapter 1.
yeah. I
we
knew some
almost met, like,
from
no.
I
knew some Colombians, but
yeah, just so it seems like
Like, I
yeah, I
met
knew
some
some
Portuguese.
not negotiated anything.
I knew some Colombians. That's why when you mentioned Belly, I started laughing
Did do that.
because I knew some
Yeah.
Colombians. If you feel what I'm saying, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Like, yo, the Puerto Ricans, or like, not, I'm sorry, the Portuguese, right? And I mean, like, we get along with them. They're fucking fine. I mean, they're like Italians from New Jersey. There's almost no difference between them and us, other than like maybe a little bit of food. You know?
Yeah, they can cook like a motherfucker too. Yeah.
To help out, I guess, it trickles
Yeah,
down
we got love
when
for them. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, we don't. I don't really see any Spanish people. Like, nobody knows anything about Spain.
And Republicans champion against that for
That's
years. They don't like
interesting. I was just wondering,
by the
you know.
government because they think it causes inflation.
That's
and
cool.
ruins-
You know, I heard Argentinians are a bit closer to Europeans.
allocated to different
The
stuff.
Argentinians.
Yeah, Argentina's
Oh, yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
money that it doesn't have.
Also, it's
Yeah,
fucking
Argentina's like
beautiful country.
fucking, yeah,
Well, like I think they're
beautiful women, beautiful country, beautiful culture.
Argentina's like fine wine, man.
They're still running
Like,
huge
yeah.
deficit. They still have to borrow more money to spend.
A lot of meat. Like, yo, listen, all their diet is basically just meat. There's nothing. There's no fucking no vegetables, right? There's no fruit. Like, it's just all meat. That's their entire diet.
And now we're having to. It's
So we-
$7 trillion. And now we're having to bail out our
I'm down.
soybean farmers. Now we're having to
That's
bail
pretty
out
cool, yeah.
Venezuela.
So you don't like I don't
Argentina,
know,
I
like
guess he's
I don't
I'm sorry,
know,
fuck something,
Colombians
okay?
or
Now we have to
like
bail out
Costa
now we have to
Ricans
bail
or
out
something.
I'm
You
just kidding.
think
Now we have to bail out Argentina.
they're like more
for God knows what
Mesoamerican.
reason.
Like,
You don't know why we're bailing out Argentina. I don't.
Why no? It's because he likes
maybe they're
Malay or
more
whatever,
violent
I
or
guess.
something.
What?
I mean, like
think there's a
the
more nuanced reason than just
Venezuelans.
him liking Malay.
What's some more nuanced reason?
I don't know, but I would look.
I used to fuck a lot of Colombian chicks when I was like
Is there
fucking younger,
involved here?
right?
No, that's not.
They're
Why would you assume that?
yeah, their
Colombian
women are like
good.
exceptionally wild.
No, because
You know what I mean? And like they kind like us as young men, we get along with them really well.
They're
We're exceptionally wild.
dead though too.
Yeah, so Trump sucks.
Yo, listen, I'll be real, bro. Like I've never had like fucking a female. Listen, them motherfuckers, yo,
You're holding him to such a
listen,
high standard.
get a Colombian.
You're holding
Colombians
him
got
to
Hoover
a high
vacuums in their
standard.
stomachs.
Hold Biden to the same standard.
Put it like that. That's the best way to put it,
How?
without being graphic.
He managed to pass tons of comprehensive, like huge legislation, some that the Republicans wanted to
That's
but couldn't,
cool,
like an
man.
infrastructure
That's
bill.
cool.
He managed
If
to
you know, you
create
know.
jobs and bring down
Right?
by the end of his term.
But he also passed like stuff like the Green New Scam.
He didn't.
This is-
Yes.
I fucked the
No.
shit out of this
The Green
fucking
New Deal
Colombian
not passed
chick.
under Biden?
No.
Like, listen, I remember, yo, bro, listen.
Didn't.
I don't want to tell the story. Like, they're wild, bro. Like,
Two
legit.
Italians in their natural habitat. No, I'm kidding.
Just say, yo. The Lebanon, PA, right? You would think that's full of like Germans and like whatever, right? No. It's nothing but Colombians. The entire place is Colombian and Italian.
Take it from them?
Yep.
All of it. We left our own equipment there.
No, we
Wild,
backed up
bro.
against
Listen, that
stuff
shit is
and
wild as
we
fuck down there.
Granted the Afghanistan
Fucking
army-
felt like home when I was younger.
Granted.
Yeah, what do you think we spent
Yeah.
20 years there doing?
Yeah, I was always in I was in
Welcome to
in
war.
Florida
Pay for shit.
when I was younger, and I was always in fucking Miami, bro.
If I give
And
you a
then we-
birthday present,
You know? I was in Miami. You feel me?
I wouldn't call
That says a lot.
Now, listen, Cubans,
Well, yeah,
If you know what I'm
Cubans,
saying, I know you know what I'm
Colombians,
saying.
yeah.
and then eventually leave. We weren't gonna
Yo,
take all the
Cubans,
stuff.
Colombians, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I feel you, I
dog.
feel you.
Taliban, like,
Yeah, dog.
government that-
And you know what goes on in Miami. You know who comes through Miami.
Oh.
Yeah, did that not collapse?
That's the spot,
I know.
man.
Yeah.
I know.
Everybody comes
I
through
know.
there.
And after we pulled out.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
that's why I fucking had to get the fuck out of there. Come to people like it was already bad, and then I ended up in fucking Philly. I tried to get out of there, I ended up in Philly. I was like, oh fuck, man, I can't get out of this shit.
Scheduled the pullout date for
Because I try to do one thing, and then the family needs me, and I gotta go there, and they get fucking sick.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
want to do it. More
Yeah, shit. I feel like I'm like actually.
Then why didn't he negotiate that the first time? You see this pattern of Trump fucking all of his negotiations.
I haven't had like fucking real conversation. Like it's not fucking super deep, or like involving like all the world around me in a while. I'm like sitting here smoking a cigarette, walking in Central Forest. This is nice.
I'm holding this hand just being a president.
Yeah.
No, you're bringing back memories, man.
Every
It's just,
single level.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
yo, look, I
love
walk
these
in the.
conversations, but sometimes it's cool to fucking shut your brain off, like you say, man. Like fuck, man, I get fucking so overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Go to bed. It was nice
Like, yo, look,
talking to you.
before I was on here tonight, right? I did an hour and a half fucking like interview / podcast with this dude from Substack, right? You know what I mean? Like, yo, my brain's been on all fucking day.
Yeah, mine too. I love it though. I fucking love it, and I love talking to everybody. But sometimes I do just need to fucking breathe, bro, because it's like, oh my god,
Okay, but it helps out the middle class.
it's fucking
Like,
too much.
sometimes
Dude.
I just
That's
need
why
to,
I
like,
love
fucking
sex so
chill.
much, dog. That's why I love sex so much, and I imagine it's probably like you too. I know your brain is
Yo,
probably
listen,
moving a lot.
I explained this to my baby's mom the other day, right? You know what I mean? I told her, I was like, yo, look, ma,
Is deficit spending to
like, when I'm with you and we're doing what we doing, yo, everything else fades away and it's just us for that moment. And
Oh,
I'm
that's
wrapped up
exactly
in
what the
all
fuck I say, bro. You're right. Mental link, bro. Because that's exactly what
You know
I
what
tell
I
my
mean?
girl too. It's like nothing else fucking matters. It's gone. It's done.
The Federal Reserve.
just us.
So like,
Right, and that's why, like, yo, that's why I get stressed out when you be like, nah, I'm not in the mood. I'm like, but ma, this is the level I'm on. You're like my fucking escape for all the bullshit.
Right.
Your body
And
is
this
my
is the same person that's saying fuck women, fuck women, fuck women. See, man, you fucking joke around too much. I know a part of you believes that shit, but I know a part of you also believes.
No. Listen. No. It's not about fuck women, bro. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not. It's really not. And this is the part that motherfuckers don't get, right? Like,
You're just saying that they are gonna do what they're gonna do.
Republicans are the ones that freak
No,
out
I own my car, right?
Right.
But does that mean I treat my car badly?
The Republicans spend like fucking crazy.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I get it. Like, I don't see it as ownership. I just see that women are fucking like in chaos if we don't lead them.
Victoria Newland.
Well, that's why I say you gotta have that transaction, right? You gotta have a transaction that's proper, right? You gotta have women who, like, you know, they. It's
Well,
not
they
about
just need to
cooking and
have
cleaning.
something to do, man. Like it's like you were saying, like they didn't have
that's why-
fucking washing
Yeah, my
machines and all this
communitarian
other
shit
shit.
where, like, have them grow food so they're a necessity, so you respect them because they fucking feed you properly. You know what I mean? Because,
Well,
like,
they
yo,
want,
they are a
they want
necessity.
to have a role. If they don't have a role, they're gonna find one. And so they need a fucking
I know.
mission.
No, they're not. Russia.
They need like a
up our
mission, dude. It's like a video fucking game. Or they're up our ass asking us what we're doing. And if we're not doing anything, then they don't see we're on our game. And so they're like, well, why am I with him?
Well, probably because we've been fucking.
That's basically what the fuck it is. It's like, yo, I thought you were on your game. What are you doing? Or then if we start like paying attention to them and forgetting what the fuck we're doing, it's like, hey, I thought he was on his game, but I was able to take him off of it just like that by fucking taking my clothes off. I guess he wasn't as dedicated to what he was on. And that's what happens. These fucking cucks don't get it. These fucking simps don't get it. They fucking try to make the woman the fucking the center of the world, and they don't understand that the woman wants you to be the center of the world, and she wants to be the center of the world for you. She wants to come into your life. You're trying to bring her and put her on a fucking pedestal. She's trying to put you on the pedestal and serve you.
Listen.
Here's what it is, right? It's like my kids, right? So, like, when I'm with my kids and I'm taking my kids out and I'm doing shit, I'm the leader. Right? You know, I mean, when I'm tired and I'm all like going down, you know what I'm saying, and exhausted or whatever, right? Like, you know, when I'm all fucked up, like, you know, my kids are in chaos because I'm not leading them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's the same way. It's the same way with a bitch. A bitch wants you to take a hold of shit, right, and ride. You know what I mean? She wants you to stand here, you know what I mean, and be that motherfucking dude who motherfucking, like, guides the motherfucking path. Like, you are fucking on your mission, right? You know what I'm saying? When you're on your purpose, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that bitch will never be more turned on, right?
Yes.
And when you're taking her to go do shit, she's happy.
You know, he didn't do it.
Yes.
We were doing it like we were doing.
Yes. No.
Right?
1000%.
It's when you rely on her to motherfucking stand here and try to, like, fucking ride and try to motherfucking guide you. You know what I mean? That's when shit gets fucked up.
Yeah, because then you're being feminine.
Okay, so what do you support?
That's actually what's happening.
And how do
You're
you
exhibiting
and that's
feminine
why
traits.
all over the map right now.
Yeah, and that's why they hate it when you motherfucking cry. They hate it when you're fucking weak. They hate it when you're fucking hurt. They don't want you to be that. They want you to be that fucking soldier, like all the fucking time. But in order to be that, and I'll be real with you, here's the thing: you cannot. It's like having a job. You have to have fucking sick days.
That's not really helping.
You know what I mean? Like, yo,
Yeah.
you are not made to run at 100% all the fucking time, bro. You'll break.
It's a defensive alliance between the West and Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've
heard
that.
Fundamentally
adversarial,
isn't it?
That's the issue.
I mean, only if they
For
attack.
damn
Right?
sure,
It's
yeah.
But like
that facade of like, yo, listen, I got this, I'm good, I'm on my fucking square, whatever it is. That's cool for, you know what I mean, like a little while, right? But eventually you hop up off that square and you become soft.
Expand because they
Yep.
asked to join NATO.
But you
know what I mean?
No, yeah, it's true.
Tear down the wall.
But see, the reason why I respect women a lot is because sometimes I feel like they were literally fucking created to test us,
Agreed.
to keep us on our fucking shit,
I don't think that ever happened.
keep us on our toes,
I know it didn't.
so that we can fucking, so that our potential is brought out. Because let's be honest, man, we sit on our fucking asses and fish or fucking do whatever the fuck else. Like, you know, like they give us the drive to fucking do whatever it is we need to fucking do.
Was the premier whatever of Russia. You had the Warsaw Pact and you had Russia.
You know what I'm saying?
The greatest thing a woman does is hand you responsibility.
After, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're the muse.
So after the USSR,
That's what the poets talk about and shit. They're the artistic fucking inspiration and shit.
1990 or 89. Why would we
And then at the same time, we inspire them.
Warsaw Pact was there. Nobody knew it was going to
They are the beauty of life. You know what I mean?
See, now you sound like me.
NATO to expand.
See, I knew we were more aligned. This is what I was arguing with you about, because I'm like, yo, but he's either fucking joking or he's not. See, that's why I was arguing the one first time we talked, the one time we had an argument, the only time we ever had an argument. And I'm just like, bro, it's because I was like, yo, you're fucking not being real with me right now. That's why I was irritated.
Like, I'm being 100% real with you, right? Like, this is the fucking problem. Like, yo, look, I realize that women have a position the same as a man does.
Right.
Right? Like, we both have our fucking, like, roles to play in this bitch. Right?
But regardless,
that's the reality of shit. Like, we both have a position to play. But, like, the problem is when you let a woman into, like, the man's motherfucking square is when shit gets fucked up.
The CHIPS Act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? And, like, yo, that's what we've been doing is, like, allowing women to be, you know what I mean, in that man's fucking position and shit.
He lied to the American people about him not being senile.
Yeah, it's really bad because everybody is being brainwashed to do exactly that. To be more feminine, to be more fucking accept. It's all this fucking bullshit, man. This progressive nonsense and fucking new age shit, and you got these fucking dudes with fucking crystals and fucking. It's just, oh my god, it's disgusting.
Yo, it's a lack of.
They're wearing like tie-dye fucking shirts and fucking eating fucking tofu and shit, and it's just, oh my god, it makes me sick.
The problem
is, it's a lack of culture.
Donald Trump
you know what I mean?
Multitude of errors. He was sitting right in front of a guy that he didn't recognize when he was talking to all the world leaders at that long table right in glass. Where the leader of
everyone's on fucking OnlyFans and
also
marrying robots.
President of Mexico. He mistake that.
People are literally going into psychosis, man. Because like their chat GPT is fucking like divorcing them and shit. Like it's fucking nuts.
Get a lot of things too now as well, right?
Didn't we buy Alaska from Russia?
Well,
I feel you.
Did we not?
Do you think that's what Trump was doing too?
I think so, yeah.
Like, again, the problem is our culture is consumerism.
Yeah.
Donald Trump looked like he was playing
What's
West,
the question?
okay?
Yeah.
On the red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
He was like zigzagging down
that's the issue.
fire, okay, when he was walking to that meeting with Putin. He seems to forget a lot of stuff. He seems to not know any of the executive.
So does Biden.
Everything has a price. Everything has a price, including human life.
So, for instance, here's the thing. You look this up when you go home. I have never in my life seen Biden
Well,
sign
at
an
the moment.
executive order that was handed and
Yeah, because
explained.
he with a fucking auto pen.
No, that was handed and explained to him. He would come out, he would explain it, he would walk over, he would sign it. Donald
People
Trump
are selling their fucking kids on Facebook and shit. You hear about
How
that?
do you feel when Donald Trump is having these papers given to him? and
Hang on, yo,
explained
give me
to him
1 minute.
before he
I'll be right
signs
back.
them, and he's just
I
nodding
think they're
along
doing that
agreeing?
for the cameras.
You think Donald Trump is pretending to be a clueless dipshit who doesn't know what he's signing for the cameras?
I don't think he's pretending to be clueless. Why do you think he's clueless about it?
Because they're handing him the thing, explaining it to him. He's going, "Oh, good idea," and then signing it.
I mean, What's wrong with letting the president know something he's about to sign?
Because they're his executive orders, he should probably know what's in them before he signs them.
Yeah, that's why they're explaining it to him.
Okay, so Stephen Miller is probably running the White House more than Trump right now.
I don't know about that.
You're laughing. You know it's true, right? That's a hard one, right? Yeah, like this is the issue. You don't have a... I promise you that when you do, assuming our country still exists in 10 years, if you do Republican debates, they will be much easier than this because it is just a totally indefensible president. And every time you try to defend anything, you have to engage in the craziest mental gymnastics to make any of it work. It's really
you
difficult.
think I'm doing mental gymnastics right now?
Yeah, of course. How do we explain the fact that this guy's presided over more government shutdown than every other president combined?
Because the Democrats hate him.
Yeah, it must be because of all the haters.
Yeah, it literally is.
Meanwhile, if I point to the biggest haters in the universe were the Republicans under Barack Obama, it wasn't even close the level of hate.
I mean, well, because you had people like John McCain who were like unifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it was a less
John
tense
McCain was a
situation.
unifier, and he was the guy that objected to Donald Trump's vote to pull the ACA completely. Remember that there was a gasp
he
on the
killed
floor?
the bill.
And that was the unifier. How did Trump bungle that one?
What do you mean?
How does he not have any? How can he not do anything effectively as a leader?
Well,
Donald Trump can't lead.
He got the one big beautiful bill passed. That's doing something.
Barely, but I mean,
barely.
He managed to pass a thing in the same way that if somebody asked me to cook dinner and I ordered McDonald's, technically I got the job done, right?
No.
Donald Trump came in.
That's such a weird analogy to have.
Okay, well let's see. Did Donald Trump promise to lower the deficit and the debt?
Yeah, the Doge.
So failed that with the one big beautiful bill, correct?
Because it's raising the debt ceiling.
But
yeah. And borrowing more, and the deficit is increasing.
Where?
So he failed that. Doge didn't really find waste, fraud, and abuse, despite all the...
No, they did.
Why
we were sending fucking condoms to Gaza. Do you not remember that?
We were sending what?
Condoms
Swear
to
to God.
Gaza.
Like, listen.
Madagascar.
Oh my God, no! So we were sending condoms to Madagascar. So much better.
Well, it's part of our USAID program, yeah.
USAID.
These motherfuckers are always on some shit. Anyway, yeah, man. Listen, like motherfuckers, and this is like the big thing too, right? Is like you have to understand, people have always been this way. This is not new, right? But like it just hasn't existed for like the past 60 years because like life has been pretty easy.
And that's the Americans.
You know what I mean? And like things have been pretty good for like most people.
What do you think diseases come from?
Where does
Sometimes it can come from poor countries that don't have the same sanitation, they don't have immunization, they don't have the same level of like hospitalization. Like diseases can manifest in these places, and they don't respect borders the same way that we might want them to. So
boomers.
Like the whole transmission of the Omicron variant, I'm pretty sure the idea was that bounced around in a whole bunch of.
They did sell us down the river, like down the fucking river.
I'm sorry, I can't use the COVID example.
Kinda
Diseases
did.
can come from poor places. It's good sometimes to have like a hand in helping.
It's kind of redundant at this
and
point.
it spreads American influence, it spreads American goodwill. Like it's
I
a
feel
great
you.
mission, and it's considered one of the
Right, like
they kind of did
They
though.
sold us down the river. Like, bro, listen, that's how I got like a whole bunch of subs on fucking Substack.
part of the
Was bitching about the fucking boomers.
Yeah.
That's complete waste.
How is it a complete waste?
Because we don't need to do that. That's not in our best. That's not in our best interest.
Nah, mate.
It's easy investment in preventing the spread of disease in other countries.
Yeah, because
Like bitching about the boomers is like, very profitable. These motherfuckers love a scapegoat.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because
Right.
the fucking 80s.
Because
You know what I mean? Like,
HIV is not like a problem anymore.
there are other diseases that can spread.
like
as
you give
well.
motherfuckers somebody to blame, you know what I mean? They'll fucking grab onto that motherfucker.
I guess what?
Right? And the boomers hop in my comment section like,
Yeah.
it's not all of us. We're not all that way. Right? You know what I mean? It's that fucking whole navel thing, you know what I mean? Like, not all women are like that. Right? And I'm like, shut up, bitch. Nobody cares. Shut the fuck up.
If you can prevent the spread of some of these diseases, it
Like-
helps everybody. And if we can have,
I get so tired of that fucking dumb shit, right? Where like motherfuckers
I
like,
don't want my taxpayer.
but women are moms and like, bro, listen, shut the fuck up. All that Disney nonsense. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Help Americans.
Are you religious?
Not really.
Okay. Do you think that you have any obligation to help
Like,
somebody?
I don't understand like why these motherfuckers can't grasp concept. Like, Disney lied to you,
We do help
or
Americans.
society lied to you, right? You know what I mean? Most of the motherfucking like
Right, Americans,
people
right?
around you motherfucking lie to you. Like, this is all just nonsense.
Like healthier stuff.
Like, men were the ones who carried on culture,
Our country, if it's like the
right?
diseases,
Women never
if it's
really
the
liked
influence of
fucking
places,
children.
like, aren't
They
these
had
people,
kids
good
because they
ways
had
build
to,
influence that doesn't
right?
nation
You know what I
building
mean?
or
Like, yo,
bombing people or
that whole like
I think
fucking
it's complete
that like the custom of having children, right, and women wanting children, it just faded the fuck away. It's weird as soon as they hit the fucking city.
Okay.
In every society we've ever had.
Called off to be here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you have a final topic to chat with Steven about?
You know, it's one of those things where you go, okay, well, you know, Disney told me that moms all want to be, or women all want to be moms, and they're all princesses and queens. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense.
We want to have
None of that's true.
Rapport
it's all bullshit.
in our best
and they invented Gucci
for
bags.
other nations to look favorably upon us, right?
Right. I love women. Like, I have daughters. You know what I mean? Like, I got fucking 3 daughters. And I mean 4 technically. I mean, like, I have 4 if you count like my adopted daughter. You know what I mean?
Right.
The United States, right?
You know, like, I'm such a good dude. I adopted an extra kid, even though I already have 8 of my own.
Yes, he is. He's literally
Right.
snapping people off the street.
But I'm a piece of shit. You know what I mean? According to most of these fucking retards.
Or conscription.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
So would you want to get drafted?
Well, you're fucking trolling people too, though. I know that.
I mean, part of it's trolling, part of it's like, I hate obnoxious fucks, right? So, like, I just gotta, like, make them really angry. You know what I mean?
Well, that's basically. But you're doing it in such a way that you're being authentic, and you're just kind of laughing at their ignorance, which I think is funny. That's why I'm usually laughing when you're talking. I'm usually laughing. If you notice that, because I get it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, when that fucking, that unseen warfare motherfucker comes in, right? Like, he's a monk.
Number 2.
You know what I mean? Like,
What the fuck, man? I know.
No, listen. If you're a monk, okay, and I'm able to piss you off so bad, right, that, like, you know what I mean, you're trying to, like, threaten to fight me, I'm doing my job. You know what I mean? Like, 100%. Like, because you're not supposed to be a monk, and I'm showing you that. I'm helping you. And I'm here for you.
Russia country before
that? I don't know, the empire.
Yeah, like,
you
should say thank you.
So they have,
I guess, thank me, right, for showing you that you're not cut out for this. Okay, like,
yeah, like God put me here.
They think that Native Americans have been here longer than the colonizers.
No, bro, I get it. I get your angle. I get your angle. I've suspected this for a while, and I would laugh to myself, and I'm like, does he really believe this shit? Because I didn't know.
I believe a lot of it.
Yeah,
I know you do, but I can tell. I started to pick it up more and more, and I'm just like, yo, he's fucking clowning him. I just laugh to myself. I'm just like, oh shit, this is actually funny. This is actually fucking funny.
Like, he came in, and I immediately hopped on motherfucking shit, right? You know what I mean? Where I'm like, yo, listen, you know, like, most Christians, the only reason that, you know what I mean, they are Christians because they're scared of death. You know what I mean? Because they're cowards and shit, you know?
Japan,
right? And like fucking, he starts losing his motherfucking mind, which is exactly what I'm supposed to do.
What do you mean? It's not like they have to.
We're not gonna get a fucking bomb
right.
country and
You're playing the adversary.
Okay. So then there are times.
And I do the same thing.
If we get attacked, we have to respond.
Well, I'm not only am I playing the adversary, but I'm also, and I mean, like, enjoying myself, right? Because, like, all right, look, okay, listen, I believe,
what I'm saying from his perspective, in his worldview.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so then
why can't we? All right, here's the thing. I believe, right, as a human, right, that we probably shouldn't have, like, nuclear weapons. Right?
Right. Know that we were gonna get it.
Yeah,
just as a whole, okay, like, you know,
it's probably a bad idea.
Like, fucking, you know, I agree, right? But the thing is, when I see, like, Nobel Prize-winning motherfucking laureates, right, like, online on a live stream talking to 12 people about how they're gonna, like, save the world, right? It's my job to troll them until they're, like, cursing and screaming at me.
Attack them back, and
right?
I agree with that. Yeah, of course. I'm not going to disagree, but I'm saying
that's my job.
Not as short-sighted as Russia.
Because if you don't know you're an asshole, how are you going to find out?
Allowing that to happen, because
you know what I mean?
Going to spill over into
no one's going to tell you, right? Because you're a Nobel Peace Prize-winning laureate, you know?
Well,
the domino effect has, like, been
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, it seems
So,
like
you know what I mean?
so
Like, I'm gonna
messed around in
fucking do
Moldova,
what it
okay,
is
after
that I
9/11.
came to
They did
do.
the huge thing in Georgia,
Namely,
2000,
you know what I
6 or
mean?
8 or whatever.
Fucking troll you until
Was
you're
6 maybe?
screaming red in the
I think
face
2008.
and then
I think it was
record it
9/11.
and
I
put
don't
it up
remember
on my
when. But
YouTube channel.
they went into
Because
Georgia,
that's
they took some
great for
territory,
me.
they
You know what I
did that,
mean?
And now they're in Ukraine trying to take the territory and run it back. Like, why?
Yeah, because Ukraine is under.
And it's hilarious, and it's good for the
There's no
world
right to invade
that
them?
they learn that they should not motherfucking be barking up that tree to try to save the world. Because the guys who can save the world are them,
when it's
right?
literally right under us. Would that make sense?
And if they're doing it wrong, I should fix it if I have the opportunity,
and that's a threat
right?
to them.
Like,
Well, then,
listen, you know how many YouTube channels I burnt to the fucking ground because like these guys were like drinking themselves into being like suicidal, you know what I mean, and like basically killing themselves,
When was the last time they
right?
threatened Russia?
You know what I mean? And so like I hop on there and I bring on some of these schizophrenic people like unseen warfare, you know what I mean?
It's creeping up on their border. Is that not?
And you know what I mean? I just like I put a battery in their back and you know what I mean, watch
Would you
like
think it's weird
the
if you go to visit
fireworks.
your neighbor and your neighbor starts complaining that his neighbor put in like a new crazy security system for his house? And it's like, man, if you try to break a window there, these motherfuckers will hear everything. It's bullshit. Wouldn't that be kind of weird? Wouldn't you think that like that's a little bit strange that he's so concerned about that?
I don't really get your analogy.
What?
I don't really get your analogy.
My analogy is it's very strange that Russia would be so perturbed by a defensive alliance on their border unless they had like the inclination to attack other countries.
But, what if, like, for example, NATO randomly attacks Russia?
Oh, here we go. Okay.
That's never happened.
It could happen.
Why would it randomly happen?
Because what if like they say, oh well, Russia is might do an attack, so we have to stop that attack through a preemptive strike.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts there, Armando?
Nah, that's about it.
Okay. Everyone put your hands together for Armando. It's not easy to get up there and do this. All right.
And on top of that, you're doing a service by like, you know, employing the schizophrenic.
What do you want to say?
You know?
I don't know if you're gonna upload it.
It's always helpful.
I also debated Dave Farina and Dan Wilson.
Yeah, you did. I will upload that.
Yeah, so if you can check out the Pingburn channel, you can see my.
I mean,
it's
I just think that if he's a monk, he should take his faith more seriously.
All right. Next up, Mr. Tristan Zapp. Tristan, you're up next. Give him a round of applause. Let's bring him to the stage.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not 100% on that level, but like, you know, like,
I have to get used to the way this microphone
you know,
is.
God tests your faith, right? And God made me, so I'm gonna like test your faith, right?
So,
That's what I said when I said you're like the
That
adversary.
was a fun little back and forth. I'm hoping to kind of continue.
But I'm not really an adversary. I'm more like a pop quiz, you know?
Well, no, but that's what it was.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, but see, you have to understand, from my perspective, the adversary isn't evil.
I want to hit on is the fact that it's a good
The adversary is necessary. The adversary,
and the third topic I want to
like I identify with the adversary.
ruling on President Trump's
I'm an occultist.
So that's kind of why I want to go.
I don't know if you remember this.
Easiest one first.
So
And I think this is like
I believe that man is divine. I believe that we're all divine. I believe we all have divinity within us, and I believe that this is actually what the original message was, and I believe that religion twisted it to control people. Is that we all have a spiritual nature to us, along with our physical nature, and this was turned into something external to worship outside of you. You know, and there's a lot of verses that kind of point to this too, when it says the kingdom of heaven is within you and all around you, but you can't see it. All these things I can do, you can do, and greater, and on and on and on and on and on. You know, it's everywhere if you pay attention.
I would apply that. Maybe.
And I think that's really what it was saying, because that's essentially what every fucking tradition is saying. If you pay close enough attention, and there's like miracles and shit, like all through the Bible that are done not just by Jesus, but by the disciples. And so it's kind of showing you, like, if you just believe. So it's like there's more to this world than we are able to process or comprehend. And so
the reason I ask is because Jimmy Kimmel
with that, we don't really understand our origin or our capacities.
Trump and the
So I see the adversary as the shadow.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Of humanity, what we don't know about ourselves, what's in darkness. And so if that remains unconscious, then it can dictate our behavior because we're not conscious of it. So for instance, if someone flips the fuck out,
that is true. The second the shooting happened, before we knew anything,
like, I don't know, that's not like me. I'm not usually like that. Well, yeah, it's because you spent too much fucking time convincing yourself that you're just light.
he wasn't one of their own.
You're just good. You're just,
disingenuous on the wording.
There's no, people that think they're fucking so self-righteous. That's actually the fucking issue. And they blame everything on Satan, as we were talking about. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm so above everything. I'm so above the world. I'm so above you. There's no darkness in me. And then when real shit fucking happens and they get pushed against the wall, you know what I'm saying? Like, they turn into a fucking monster. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about, like we're fucking still animals, and they're like, no, not me. And then something really fucking happens, and the shit hits the fan, and they fucking snap, and they don't understand. And then they say, oh, the devil made me do it. No, motherfucker, that's your own shadow that you don't understand. But if you do understand it, and you make peace with that, and you learn to control it, so it doesn't fucking control you, then you'll be a lot better off. So that's, and it's also that voice that like tempts you. It's not something fucking like, in the sky somewhere, like, whispering in your fucking ear. It's inside you. It's a part of you. And it's just a part of you that every day, fucking says, hey, we could do this, we could get away with this, whatever the fuck. It pushes you away from your convictions and your morality and your whatever the fuck it is. Okay? Or it's just like, also, but that darkness at the same time that can be used to manipulate and to, basically, in a way, it could be self-destruction as well. It could be addiction. It could be whatever. Okay? That same force could also be turned the other way around, alchemized, and actually used constructively. So it's kind of like you can get angry and you could like fucking destroy everything, or you could get angry and use that as fuel and motivation to fucking do something about whatever the hell it is you're angry about. You feel what I'm saying? So it's using adversarial energy as basically strength to adversity. You feel what I'm saying? As a way to build you to build you up, and understanding that your darkness is can be used as a power instead of it taking over you. You take control of it. So you make friends with your demons. You exercise your demons. Like you exercise, like you go out and fucking take a walk instead of exercising them. Like it's funny how those two words are connected. But anyways, yeah. So that's basically what it is. Yeah. Word games. But yeah, so that's basically so when I say that, like if you really look at the Bible, like it never once says that like there was this fall of Lucifer and all this stuff. Like this is all fucking priestcraft. There's nowhere in the Bible that it actually says that Lucifer fell from heaven because he was proud and and he left he brought the angels with him, and this was like later on they said all this shit. Lucifer is not.
Wait, here's my problem, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is ultimately like my problem with like the whole like shebang, right? Like every part of this, right? My biggest issue with the whole thing is literally like the need for humanity to like cope and seize about their like fucking about their religion, right? Like I don't think you need, right, to stand here and justify factually
so that you could
with
get
your
that
religion.
from it, but we're nowhere near the
You know what
level
I'm
that
saying?
it
Like,
should be
yo, if you
forcibly
believe in
censored off
something, fucking
all of
believe it.
everything, and he should be fired for it.
You
considering
don't
Oh, yeah, I agree with
need
that for
like
sure.
to
changes in that behavior.
justify all the
No.
bullshit.
Fox News wouldn't be
No,
able
you
to-
Right?
don't.
It's fucking retarded, bro. Like it's the
Yeah, it
like
is.
this whole.
I agree
Well,
with
you
what
know,
you're saying
rationally,
for the
like
most part,
fucking,
but
you know,
there's,
when
like, the
God
highlights are
said, you know,
obviously
there was
it's
nothing in the
important,
Bible
like,
in Genesis, there,
misinformation is kind
you know,
of
there was
Right.
no
spread
form or
around, and then
existence.
that's
Then
fine,
he
but we
had to
already
like
said that the
fucking
government
create it.
can't do
Well,
that
there's a
shit.
They're not
transformation.
comfortable.
It's like a lot of.
Do anything about
Yo, listen, it's a lot of
misinformation.
yippity
Conservatives
yap.
just spent the past 5
You
years
know what I'm
crying and
saying?
screaming and bitching about
No,
YouTube
yeah, I
and,
never
educating people
fucking,
and
I
exponentially
never
growing
ever
since
question
2000.
anybody's
So
beliefs.
now
It's
the
everyone
government
always
is
coming at
gonna
me for mine.
also, this is as much as
It's
we're gonna
bizarre,
talk about it, this
man.
is also why
It's
your
because they're
show
not comfortable
and
with it.
speech
Because there's a
about
part of them that
is
questions what the
because
fuck they actually
for
believe
any
because they're
reasonable
believing in
person
shit they can't
who
fucking
values
have
freedom,
any way
when I see that my
proving.
conservative-hearted
They can't
president
prove that a
No, no,
fucking
no, no, no,
snake
no, no, no.
to anybody.
No.
like
Listen,
Jimmy Kimmel
listen,
and
listen,
Steve
listen.
Colbert
Here's
and
the
these other
thing,
guys
right?
over and
Okay,
over again,
so
and then I see him move to
all right,
deplatform
we're
when I say
guineas,
something.
right?
Well, in
You know
my
what I
mind,
mean?
any
Our
reasonable person would
people, you know what I mean?
go,
Like
"That
where
looks
we
like government
come from,
censorship," especially
right?
when he's
They
trying to get two
have,
people that have
you
got
know what
opposing
I'm saying?
political
Like
views, and he's
people
calling for
who
war
like
next.
they'll collect their
I
own
mean,
toenails or
I
their hair
kind of agree with you,
clippings
but
and they'll
then
burn them and
I mean,
shit,
then you argue
right?
that
That way, like
deplatforming
nobody ever has an
Trump
opportunity
on
to
Twitter
curse
would
them,
be a form of government
right? You know what
censorship.
I'm
No,
saying? Like they have like you know
that's irrelevant.
superstitions. Like
That's irrelevant.
I'm an Appalachian. It's the same thing with us,
But
right?
like
You know what I
when
mean? You
it
throw an
comes to
axe in a
like
log, the
and
motherfucking, or an axe in a
MSNBC,
stump to
or
fucking stand
Napster
here and try to
actually,
split a
whoever
storm, or
Jim
you know what I mean? You
Rome
don't
posted
split
about, I
poles,
forgot.
and like there's all
But
this
like
type of
when
shit
they
that we
push
do,
their private
and it's
company
completely
onto
irrational.
government
It makes
censorship,
absolutely no
because the
sense
reason
other than the
why
fact that let me
they
go, yeah,
killed his
listen, you
show
know what I mean? That's
was
bad
because
luck to
the
not do
head of the
that,
FCC
right?
was causing
And
all
you
of
should
these
have the
huge
same basic belief
not
structure in
conglomerate
your
corporate,
religion.
what's the word I'm looking for? The huge syndication
You
Right.
don't
networks,
need to justify
Sinclair,
it.
and there was one other large
You
one,
don't
saying
need
that
to
he was
stand here
censoring
and
biases
go
or whatever
blah blah
if they
blah
could
blah
make
blah
their own
blah, like
neutral
all
show.
this
Well, I
shit
mean,
is, you know what I
if
mean,
they took the
whatever.
interpretation
Right?
that I
That
did
shit's
because he wasn't very
fucking
careful with his
terrible.
wording
You
and was
don't need to be
purposely spreading
autistic about your
misinformation online,
beliefs,
then
right?
I
Because
feel he
like,
could
you know, if
justify
you
for the
believe in
FCC
them,
to
that's what's
intervene in the
important,
type of a
right? If
situation
somebody
because
goes,
I think
well, you know, da da
misinformation
da da,
online is
right?
something that
I'm
we
like,
should
yo,
push for.
fucking, I don't
I don't know if
care,
you believe
right? And
this.
I'm saying
I
like,
do.
this is a belief,
You,
like,
so
do
you
you
would be
not know what a
okay with the
belief
government?
is?
Would you be okay
You know
with
what I mean?
the
Like, yo,
government
okay,
getting the
so like,
entirety of
there's
Fox
trust,
News
there's belief, and there's faith,
after the Dominion lawsuit stuff?
right? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, yo, you
Certain
have
portions
faith
of
in
it,
some
yeah,
shit. You
the
know what I mean? It's
entirety would,
because,
but
like,
the
yo,
whole
listen,
thing
I've
would have to
seen
go.
good
The
shit
whole
happen
network. I
before.
mean, certain
Sometimes, you know
hosts,
what I mean? It's like,
certain
I have
hosts
faith that
into
it'll happen
7
again,
hosts and all of the
right? You know what I
Fox
mean? Like, yo,
execs
belief
all
is like,
implicated
hey,
in that
listen, you
lawsuit.
know,
Certain hosts
I
are
was
work fired,
told maybe
right?
that
So we
this
have
might be
what's called
okay. You know what I
left.
mean? And like,
They
you just
left,
do
but
it, right? And you
basically
have
the
Yes.
trust. It's like
implications
trust
that
is
were
like, you
removed.
know,
I
hey,
mean, if you
listen,
cost a
you know,
company
fucking, I've seen
like
this
several
motherfucker do
billion
the same
dollars, the
thing like
implication is that you
fucking
were given a
35
perfect
fucking
solution,
times.
right?
So therefore,
That's
I believe he's gonna do
well,
it
I mean,
again.
that would be the
You know what I mean?
implication, but it's not like they announced his
Right?
exit. It
Exactly.
was
But
just
these are
like he
different
left and he didn't
words
have
for
any
different
accountability for
reasons.
that. He just left
Like
probably to
belief
prepare
is
Shutdown
something
as
that
his
you
own
have
media career.
without,
You're
you know
on
what I
my
mean,
same
any
wavelength.
Six
real
other hosts,
evidence.
Pereira,
And you
Yes.
don't need any
Sean
evidence. You
Hannity,
don't need fucking evidence.
I don't the
No.
This isn't
these kids
science.
have the wackiest fucking names.
Like, and
But
they
there were
try to turn it
so many
into
of these hosts
science.
were implicated, and then
And
there were a
it's
lot
the
of the
dumbest
execs,
Yeah.
shit,
senior
bro. I'm
execs
like,
that were implicated as
like,
well.
yo, this
So
is religion.
when the misinformation is
Fuck
out
you
there
mean
isolated
like
on your network,
science,
I was
nigga? Like, what is that
half the
nonsense?
network should go.
I guess
Yeah.
point
Like Christianity has always existed. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Removed or hosts getting fired or replaced.
Oh, listen, you know, fucking technically, Christianity has existed for like, you know, fucking 10,000 years. And, you know, fucking, even, you know, it says in the Bible, like, you know, God created the heavens and the earth. So therefore, Christianity was always a thing. I'm like, bro, listen, like, I know for sure that like Jesus believed in something you don't believe in anymore. You know what I mean? Like I want, like, bro, listen, like I got the book, nigga. Like you want to read the book, we can find out. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I always did, man, because he used to drive me crazy with this shit. And I'm just like, okay, well, let's read the word of God. And I would pull this shit out. And he's like, you're a nihilist, you're an absurdist. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking talking about I'm reading scripture.
No. Listen, he's called me a demon more times than I can count.
I know.
Right, let me be honest. Right, like yo, he's called me a mason multiple fucking times. Right, and I'm like, I have nothing to do with the Masons. That's a Protestant organization. Right, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Twitter.
No. Great. How about no? Okay.
It's a little difficult for me.
I'm neither a business owner nor a police officer. Right. I don't know why I would have joined the Masons.
when I
right?
heard you drone on, and
Like,
I
if you know something about me that I don't, you know, I mean, you should probably let me know. Like, fucking, that way maybe I can get into contact with some niggas that can help me to fuck out a little bit, you know?
Like, it's a slower burn, obviously.
Fucking retarded.
The left is a bit more tame than a lot of right wingers.
Like, cause like I explain shit to them, and I'm like, y'all don't understand that, like, you know, all these structures, right, that existed for a reason. Like, why are the Masons a thing? Well, you know, because you know what, the guys who like run businesses and employ all the people in the fucking town need to have a conversation every once in a while about getting shit done that the townsfolk don't agree with. You know what I mean? Like, the townsfolk like, we don't want no red light in our town, and the guy's like, hey, listen, traffic's getting kind of crazy.
Jimmy Kimmel spread something that can be deemed misinformation.
Like, you know, and I like to have some trucks start coming through, and they can't get through, but y'all, you fucking retards keep pulling, you know what I mean, like your fucking, your station wagons repeatedly into the fucking intersection and doing donuts, you know?
Completely. Our own administration lies about so much stuff.
Right.
Take them seriously when it comes to deplatforming Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, so that's kind of like where it is at, like, you know, we're fucking, this is the things that we get to, right? It's like, hey, listen, we need more water, right? You know what I mean? Because
they don't like him.
Yeah. You know, my business needs more water. And they're like, fuck your business. We don't want our bills to go up. But they're like, yo, you like being employed. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like,
I mean, you can argue that, right?
This is something we have to deal with. You know what I mean? And they don't want to do that shit. So that's why the Masons meet up.
You're someone that really likes direct statements, right? And you really like direct statements.
Because, like, you need people who, you know, I mean, are going to, like, help your fucking town, right? And it's not democratic. And these retards don't know that, like, they're liberals, right? They have no clue. Right, they have no idea that what they're spouting is liberal fucking like nonsense.
I absolutely could. So I don't like to do the individual.
Yeah.
I like to look at things like holistically. I think that people that live in quotes, I think, are oftentimes liars.
Disturbing part.
If you want to challenge holistically anything, so like earlier you made it sound as though
it's not disturbing,
Trump saying
right?
Like
it is to me.
Humanity.
Right. When conservatives
well, humanity
listen, me and
like by default now, humanity disturbs me.
To go marching peacefully. I pull that quote out because
listen, humanity is retarded.
When the blue bitches, you know what I'm talking about, the bitches with the blue hair started talking about my body, my choice, and doing abortion fucking rituals. I was done, bro. I fucking, I checked out at that point.
No. Listen. The day
for humanity fucking faded away, man.
Did you ever hear about what happened on Twitter? Right, when they found out that like these niggas are actual for real NPCs.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's no like direct, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no
what? They really are, yeah.
Okay, so. No. We 100% know for sure now.
Like, I support the removal of these guys. Like, how much more top down can it get?
So we went to so on Twitter, you know, they have lots of conversations with human beings. You know what I'm saying? Right. And when you have conversations with human beings, you find out things about humans that you didn't know before. Right. You know what I mean? And sometimes these things are like weird shit. Right. Where my buddy found out that like all of us, you know what I mean, who were born in like the 80s and 90s. Right. You know what I mean? Who were smart got caught in this program, and now we have 3 weird freckles who we all have in common, right? And they're saying it's like some type of like, I don't know, fucking government experiment thing to try and like help bring out like psychic powers or some bullshit, right?
I heard some shit like that, yeah.
Generally, there's a level
Yeah, I heard. Listen, this shit is interesting as fuck, right? That's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's interesting things that, you know, none of us knew before about ourselves, right? But then you go and you have conversations with people, and they accuse you of being batshit insane, right? For like normal human shit. Right?
Now he has a much bigger
and one of those times that they did that is when somebody said, you know, oh man, you know, I can see it right now, fucking just picturing in my head, fucking being on that beach. And then some people started chiming in and said, what do you mean you see things inside of your head?
There's no evidence of this at all. And they're like, what about the leak story where Biden said that he was mad?
And it continued on to where more people chimed in and said, yeah, listen, like, what do you mean you can picture stuff? Like, what is this? Are you a witch or something? Like, what is going on? And then we found out they weren't trolling. There's a fucking thing called aphantasia, where literally motherfuckers have no fucking like inner monologue or inner motherfucking like vision. They have no mind's eye.
Yes,
constantly.
that is correct.
His administration to do everything.
That is correct.
Constantly.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking stream of consciousness.
Yeah, I know it's correct. Right? But the moment you find out that there's a bunch of humans, right, who have no actual imagination.
I'm going to war
at
with
all.
Iran, and then the chief of like the secretary of defense.
You have to accept the
underneath
fact that like, you know what I mean, humanity's fucking retarded.
So I feel like relying on
you know what I mean, and there's a lot of cattle out there, and it's not a small percentage. Unfortunately, it's like 15 to 20% of the population is like.
There's implication that like there's because he's like lampooning it all over fucking Twitter. That
no, I'm saying.
FCC,
Yeah.
His executive of the FCC is looking at that and going, yes, President.
You know,
Trump.
so I mean, 15% of the population. We were talking earlier.
Like, we don't.
You know, I mean, about 5% of 300 million is 15 million people. Like 15% of motherfucking 300 million is 50 million humans.
On his desk going. This executive
right?
Like,
that's damn near 2/3 of the human beings who voted for Kamala Harris.
But then, like, I feel like we're just using Twitter like threads. Like, we're using the speech of the president.
Yeah.
And the actions
So I mean, really,
that are directly following
how shocked and surprised are you? Right? In the end of the day, when retarded shit actually happens, because these motherfuckers are actually retarded.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm just fucking dumbfounded.
Suddenly do it.
Like,
you shouldn't be.
No, I'm not dumbfounded because I'm surprised. I'm just fucking like throwing my hands in the air. Like I just want to wash my hands.
Now listen. So like in 2016, when I started my YouTube channel way back in the fucking old days, you know what I mean? Like back when you know what I mean? Like fucking men were men and the sheep ran scared, right?
I think they're fucking robots, bro.
I'm just saying that as you see him truth it, everything, we can see where everything.
I think they're robots.
Yeah, I just find it like difficult to like.
Hang on, wait.
They're not really. They're not really.
Overlap, right?
They're not really human anymore.
About pressuring them.
Listen, I wish you were right and they weren't really humans.
Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen
I wish you were. Hang on.
Don't have any proof that he did. That's what I'm highlighting.
Okay, but then in that case, then you can't.
Like, I wish you were right, but like, you know, you're not right. So accept it. Right?
Could be.
I mean, you have plenty of transcripts from the president. Like we have.
I want to be.
You know. Anyway.
They call it the national.
Yeah, listen, I want you to be right too. All the time.
Almost everything. They literally.
Right? It'd be amazing. I could just take you places and go, bro, ask him a question. This nigga's always right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't have every single communication.
That'd be a cool little pet to have. You know, somebody who's just never wrong.
Yeah, but then.
But like, listen.
Operating in a certain way.
So back in 2016, when I started my YouTube channel, right? I was like, hey, listen, there's a giant meteor economically we're all heading for, right?
Crazy indictment.
There's this thing called the pension crisis where, you know, I mean, we promised a whole bunch of old people money that we fucking don't have at all, right? And I went, this is going to bankrupt the entire fucking shit because it's like fucking $7 trillion worth of fucking like government money that nobody has in the states can't print.
To end the investigation into me, and then Comey didn't.
And like, I was like, I can't wait for this one to blow up. There's going to be bonds fucking falling apart, municipal bonds going to shit. Like, everything's going to be completely fucking bananas.
Yeah. So
I was like, there's no way, because they can't print off $7 trillion. This is impossible.
His attorney general to go after people when he's
these motherfuckers shocked and amazing. You know what I'm saying? What they did is they went and they fucking like fraudulently raised the prices of houses in every neighborhood by like 400 grand so they can get more money for taxes to cover the fucking losses. I was like, these niggas are amazing, right? Oh, listen, and nobody gave a shit.
Get him off. If that was the case, then yeah, I'd be like,
that's some magic,
right?
Kind of. The Merrick Garland stuff is not a direct comparison because, like,
listen.
Then why bring it up?
So, like, yo, you gotta stop being surprised that like nothing happens and everybody's retarded, because it's just going to be that all the time.
Oh, they're robots.
But I'm saying that the Merrick Garland thing wouldn't apply the same way here,
right?
Because
they're not real. Stop. Don't fucking tell me that shit's real, bro. That's not real, bro.
Biden, because we've got
That's a fucking
What's not real?
We're simulations, bro.
And Garland don't
You can't tell me we've fallen that far, bro.
he said as much. Mayor Garland believes that. He said as much.
These people are not real.
Yes, we have.
One, there was a special counsel that was appointed for this.
Fuck
It wasn't even
that
directly
shit.
Garland's decision.
Yes.
Get me the fuck out of here, bro.
We have no reason to believe it. We've got plenty of information from people saying it would.
These bitches are not doing abortion rituals. Talking about my body, my choice. Fuck that shit.
Meanwhile, an FCC head
No, they're talking about my body, my choice, right? While they have no inner monologue, right? And they're literally like eating Chick-fil-A's. They're eating Chick-fil-A's and shoving tampons in their vagina that was invented by a man. Like, bro, listen, okay? And they're literally doing all of this so they can participate in a system where they're going to get more loans. Yeah, listen, they want more loans. What?
Well, he'll deny.
They were doing porn for like chicken and shit.
He's not rolling with that. Yeah. So I feel like the circumstances.
Did you hear about
Listen, bro,
that?
I've seen motherfucking fraud. Yeah. Listen, I've seen everything. Okay, I've seen the whole fucking shebang.
Bro, this shit
I've
is not
seen
real.
broad offer motherfucking. I've seen chicks offer blowjobs for a fucking dime sack of fucking weed recently. You know what I'm saying?
It's not real, bro. It's just not real, bro. I have.
It is real, all right? It's as real as Israel, okay?
Nigga, this is a dream. Nigga. I never fucking. I came out that trip. I never came out that trip, bro.
It doesn't mean that it couldn't happen, right?
Listen, hey, the whole system is fucked. There's nothing you can do about it.
I know.
Enjoy the ride and laugh on the way down, right? And every time you hear an ortho bro spout Christianity nonsense at you, right? Just fucking, shit on him as hard as possible and then tell him he is contributing to his own destruction because all of his fucking religious system are individualist atomization fucking nonsense.
Is a lack of like evidence to confirm Republican beliefs on that. And when I'm a conservative, I look at it, I go, okay, I can't like, get behind that. In the same way, I can't get behind the idea that the FCC chairman was like,
and then they'll yell at you that you're a demon and then tell you that it's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's the Jews. It's not Christians that created liberalism.
Was ever senile, right? Because we have no 100% confirmation.
Oh, right, yeah.
A bad day performance.
This is Jews, right? Got you.
I mean, I would say he's old.
Yo, it's always the Jews.
I mean, I got a grandmother.
We're not talking about being old.
Always.
It's never their fault. Like, it has never been their fault. It will never be their fault.
What do you mean by unfit? Now we're playing weasel word games.
Right, because the Jews were burning all the fucking witches and pagans and shit, right? Yep.
For both? Okay. All right. Next, what was the next thing?
Okay, so it's kind of going to say the Mayor Garland.
The Jews started the Catholic Church, right? Is that the story?
Clearly says that
Yeah.
the president has
The Catholic Church that were
everything, bro.
That's kind of the
the church, the Catholic Church that was fucking torturing the Jews. Yeah, okay.
Strongly, right?
That makes sense.
Kind of what the just threw. And we agree on that. Just making sure we're on the same.
Yeah, listen.
I keep telling people, yes, there's a Jewish element. I'm not denying that. But if you really want to see the fucking the pit, you gotta go no farther than the Vatican.
Supreme Court's ruling was unjustified.
They're the most insidious fucking institution on earth.
Like previous precedent that was
Fuck the Freemasons, fuck the Jews. Look at the Vatican. Look at who's fucking touching children and all this shit.
This man single-handedly
It's the motherfucking Vatican.
all the funding from every single bank.
Yeah, listen,
always been the
I think the Vatican. I think the Vatican is just trying to survive at this point. It's kind of just all fuck.
For the government, redistributed them.
Nah, man.
Wasn't charged for anything whatsoever.
The Vatican's been caught up in so much shit. Look into P2. Propaganda Due.
Did he steal this money for himself personally?
That's some wild shit. This ain't no theory. This is this is mainstream. Propaganda Due.
Well, the crime
That shit is wild. Because it's the Operation Gladio.
Doesn't that mean you're personally
And fucking
yeah, because there's the pet
Mafia, of course. But that shit ain't the same as it used to be, so that's a whole other story for another day. But yeah, it's tied in with Freemasonry, the fucking Vatican Bank, the fucking like all, and this is absolutely 110%. Like there were convictions, there were arrests, there
wasn't enough seats.
absolutely real deal. In fact, Godfather 3 is based on it. It's in the movie.
Which is basically like Congress'
It's like
ability to condemn
in the like towards the middle of it. It has the
it would be similar
Corleone meeting up, talking about
like the woman
the fucking
and lost a civil case too.
even the Pope is in danger. He's like, they're butchers. He's like, you don't understand, they're butchers. And he's like, they got everybody. And he's like, even the Pope. And he's like, these people are. He's like, I don't know who they are. I can't remember. It's been a long fucking time since I saw the movie. But he mentions P2, and P2 was propaganda due, and it was a fucking quasi-Masonic
to the government, basically.
society that was connected with like trafficking, like gun running, all this type of shit. And it ultimately was tied to the Vatican Bank. Lucia Gelli, this dude was fucking hung from a bridge, like with Masonic, like
crimes that he's committed.
Symbolism, I guess you could say. Like you look at like the ritual, like a Masonic ritual, the symbolism they use. It's normally just allegory. They acted the shit out because it was a Masonic assassination. So this shit is real, man. It's just that they blow the shit out of proportion, and that's actually dangerous because it keeps the real shit from being seen because everyone's like, oh, it's just all crazy. Like, no. There is real shit that's happening.
Let me tell you like this, right? Okay. So, like, everybody complains about Vatican II and all this type of shit, whatever, right? You know what I mean? Like the things that were going on back in like the 1960s and 70s and shit.
The reason why it shows can be charged is because of the fact that the president is not immune.
Do you know about Operation Gladio?
It's connected to this. Yes.
Pardon is that heavily weighed and that
implicit of
guilt.
Right.
How on earth could you argue the same case is
like Operation Gladio, right? Was an operation from like the fucking CIA and the fucking War Department and the NSA and all this type of shit, right?
Nixon could be criminally charged.
And basically,
that's what every reasonable person would assume. Nobody would assume the president of the United States is beyond criminal charges.
Right. And like these guys sat here and motherfucking like fucking went to war with the Italian people, right?
Yes.
Because they wanted to get rid of like fucking the like idea of like a socialist or a nationalist or a communist element in Italy, right? Because they didn't want them to side with the motherfucking with the Soviet Union, right?
Correct.
Commander in chief or whatever, right? If that's what you're
now, all of this shit, right, was happening, right, right at the time that like the Vatican was like severely losing power all across, you know what I'm saying, like the fucking Western world, and it was like right during a time when like they had this giant social upheaval in the 50s and 60s in like North America and like Britain, right? So like this shit that is like that we're talking about, right, is like an existential fight that not just like the Vatican was fighting, but all of Italy and most of the Mediterranean try to like survive.
Yes.
Right.
So no, they're not. Okay. So for the internment camps,
so like I don't 100% believe, right, that like the Vatican's the problem. Right, I think that like literally the Vatican has been getting fucked up for years and just is trying to hold on with like the skin of its teeth because the most powerful entity in the world, right, the United States government is anti-it because like the Protestants motherfucking hate the fucking Catholics.
Well, it's more nuanced. There is nuance. It's not the Vatican like that. There's groups within groups. It's compartmentalized. That's how this shit always works. You have intelligence that's connected. You have double and triple A. Like that's how this shit works. You have to actually look into propaganda. And you'll see.
Yeah, listen.
But yes, it is nuanced. It is.
I'm not even saying that it's nuanced. I'm not saying it's nuanced, right? I'm saying as an entity, right?
No, it is though.
Catholic Church
and
has
as a part of
just
that
been
invasion
getting
or
gang
actively
raped
at war with them, the
for
president
years.
has like huge authority to do that. That's why
Yes.
they invoked it for the
Well, see, that's the
stuff and
thing. The
used it to, like,
Vatican and the
get
Catholic
Venezuelans
Church are
to
not
approve of
necessarily the
the
same thing.
process.
You get into the Jesuits and all of that, but people usually turn off when you say that. But and this gets into the Spanish and all of that too.
And like it's
The fact of the matter is, do you know what the Andregata is?
It was an act from Congress. I encourage you to.
I mean,
No.
it is okay. The Alien
Okay,
Enemies Act
well,
was
there's
used
another one
to
then.
help bolster
And the Andregata is a
It was
global
like- it was
mafia
a thing
that
was
was
commissioned to. But the executive, it's not like the Alien Enemies
secret
Act says
for
oh,
centuries
we can put a bunch of people in
until it
concentration camps.
wasn't.
It doesn't say that.
Want to know
It's the
how it
president
got
able
found
to,
out?
for people
You,
from any,
you can't make this shit up.
nationalities or I don't know if it includes
Like,
nationalities were allowed to like
3
recruit
Italian
like,
grandmothers
detained in like times of war and stuff.
blew the
That was
whistle.
a huge power that was granted via that.
You talked about this shit, you ended up in the fucking
right
newspaper
now,
the next
Gives
day.
the president the ability to say, okay, well, hold on, if you're Mexican, like you gotta chill.
Andregata.
Right? It's kind of shitty, but I mean, like that would be an emergency power granted to.
It's again, this is
But I'm just saying
this is been busted. This is not a theory. This is I don't deal with theories. It was it is.
His son, or even the J6 committee being brought. They accepted those pardons because they thought they were going to be charged with crimes from the Republicans.
The largest fucking drug
Ford pardoning Nixon
gun
matters, right? Is because it
just
implies
trapped
that
like
the president can be criminally
on the
charged.
earth.
Yes.
And the fact that no one knows about it is
right, and you said it was
kind of
admission
crazy
guilt.
because like I tell people about it all the time, and like no one I've talked to or I've asked knows about it. And that's kind of my point. Like it's crazy that they were able to keep shit like this secret, and everyone's like, no, there's never any like collusion between groups, and they can't keep things secret. It's like no, this shit was secret for centuries, literally, and then all of a sudden, you know, they finally got the story out, but it like criminal conspiracy is a real thing. Like it, I mean, that's why they have a department for criminal conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, like, listen, like I've been, like, I have been like charged with conspiracy. Like, I got you, right? And I mean, I know, like, conspiracies are a thing. Right? When you get 2 or more motherfuckers working together towards like an end, it's a conspiracy. Right? I know.
It's just some of these people go way too crazy and they start making it about Satan or whatever the fuck, and it's like, oh, they shine the eye, so they must be fucking, you know, trying to rule the world. It's like, no.
So here's what again what I look at, right? You know what I mean?
This shit is real, though. Go ahead.
I know, but what I look at is the social and geopolitical movements of like, you know what I mean, the entirety of like the world and global governance.
Because he was worried they were charged with crimes.
And when you start looking at this type of shit where you're going,
yes,
right, but that
you know what I mean? Like, this shit is, you know what I mean? Like,
capable of committing those, like, it doesn't mean that they actually are like real, right?
It's like
I'm just saying that he was acting.
The Moose Lodge or like Chuck E. Cheese, right? Or like, you know, fucking Pizza Hut pizza. Like when motherfuckers like stand here and start attacking these type of things, like these big ass joints, right? Or like these parts of government, or like these countries as a whole, or like this political entity, right?
Supreme Court.
Like the entirety of like the game and the situation changes, right? Like they start like motherfuckers will start trying to conform. It's why like you have companies like Palantir, right? Like Palantir right now, right, is one of the most evil, terrible, despotic fucking companies in existence, right?
For sure.
And what do? They go and they hire a PR firm, right, to make them be liked by, you know what I mean, like other humans, right?
Yes.
So when they'll be liked by like the public, right? And this is what the Vatican did, right? Is the Vatican's like, well, all right, listen, you know what I mean, like fucking. We have like the entirety of like Protestant motherfucking world, right? Which is the Anglo world against us, right? And like in order to continue to survive and not get fucking eaten as a whole, we're gonna have to make some fucking concessions and work with some people that, you know what I mean, it's probably negative for, you know what I mean, our long-term or our like short-term viability.
Like historic,
you know what I mean?
Throughout the history of president, like the president has acted in time and time again,
and that's where, like, you know, the whole like accepting gays and being nice to Islamists. Like, listen, you wouldn't be nice. Like, the Vatican wouldn't be like pro-Islam if like, or accepting an Islam if it had the same structure and power that it did in the 1400s.
Do you not think that like the
Right.
actions taken
No way.
later on,
You know what I
the
mean?
Supreme Court ruled
Yeah,
that
no,
what
right.
FDR did
What that
was
shows
wrong.
you, right, is that they're weak.
So,
But even if
You know what I mean? And when they're weak, I go, yeah, listen, I don't believe they're like fucking, you know what I mean, like global conspiracy magnets. Like, I don't think that like anything that, you know, you would think of, you know what I mean, that would be like a conspiracy that like the Vatican had information or whatever the case is. 99% sure that shit's now in the fucking vaults of the NSA.
Trump just decides to
Right? Because that's how that shit works.
If he puts through
Britain became weak. You know what's happening right now? All of London's fucking financial fucking structure is coming to New York.
Yeah, but I think he should be. Because I would argue in that role.
So what do you think the idea with Mamdani taking that over? What do you think that's about?
No, but see, what I'm saying is when you understand who is involved in this, you see the players that are involved, and you understand that there are people from all over that are connected, and you understand how fucking huge this mafia actually is. It's a global mafia. It exists in every country on Earth.
Trump just goes through and does
And
something
it's like I said, it's been busted. This is not like, oh well, they existed for a time and now they're gone and no. They have fucking bases inside of listen.
Like
type that shit out into my motherfucking DM so I know like what the fuck you're talking about. I can look it up. All right. Yeah. All right. So all right. By the way, Neurojack Mamdani. I don't know if you read my shit on Mamdani.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Listen, you know what I mean? Like fucking. This is not new, right? Like I know everybody thinks this is new. This is not new. He doesn't even have like the wild ass policies that like Theodore Roosevelt had back in the 20s.
No, he's running with the whole like we're gonna fund trans chopping the dicks off and stuff, which I think is actually a funny LARP or whatever. But
I mean, what else is fucking new?
But ultimately, I think that I think the policies that you're talking about is really what's going on. Is like the city's falling apart, and so they're trying to put it back together with socialism because they can't do it without it. And I think that's what you're trying to say. So,
listen, like you know,
the main
like
thing
fucking,
is like they got to get the drugs off the street. That's the one thing but they're not going to do that. That's the main thing. But
yeah, the drugs are not a problem. New York has every city in the world has drugs and heroin addicts.
Okay, so why are people going around and like stabbing kids in the face every day in New York City though?
Because they don't have a future. No, because they don't have any future.
Because he was criminally breaking. Well, because the ECA was a law, and he was
right. So like, if they had jobs, right, and they had like a fucking like a long-term viable option, right, and we were like, hey, listen, you know, when I get older, I'm gonna be blah 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 blah. I'm gonna open a business or whatever it is, right? And my dad's around, and he fucking, you know, what I mean, does da 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 da. Right? If they had any of that shit, you know what I mean? Like fucking, they wouldn't be running around stabbing motherfuckers in the face.
So if
like motherfuckers become peaceful when like you know you have money and like security, not like security as in like the police are there. Security as in like you know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
But I mean, who runs New York City? It's a bunch of Jews. So why aren't they concerned with that? If, you know?
No, it's not.
It's not. Wait a second. You're telling me that a bunch of Jews don't run New York City?
No.
Even in their estimates, like
okay, okay. So who rules New York City?
It's not always the fucking Jews, bro. I keep telling everybody this.
Well, okay. Well, who owns New York City?
So here's what's going on.
It's not a monolith, man. Do Jews have power in New York? Of course they do. Yes. I'm not saying that. Of course they do.
Do you know? All right. Do you know like how big New York is? The different sections of it. Right, because there's like different islands, you know what I mean? There's like Brooklyn, there's Long Island, there's fucking, I mean the Bronx, there's fucking Manhattan. Like all these places are different places, ran by different people with different interests. Right, the big problem with New York City is it's like become extremely deindustrialized, right, and massively financialized, and the rich people have pushed out the like fucking workforce. That's the problem with New York City.
Well, truthfully, the problem is that rich people just have too much money and they're not actually like trickling that back down. That's the problem. I mean, yeah, but I agree agree with you.
Unconstitutional.
But,
Otherwise.
I mean, it's service sector shit, right? So, like, what happens is, like, you have shit that, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, the money just
Guatemalan to
disappears
work for
into thin air.
$13 an hour while they make $13,000 an hour. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Like, for instance, if an
Yeah. And, like, that Guatemalan, like, he used to live in, like, fucking Harlem somewhere or whatever the case is. But his neighborhood got gentrified by, like, a whole bunch of Midwestern blonde bitches, with their daddy's money and shit.
The law for whatever reason in your head, and then you go and you commit an act.
That's the fucking problem, right? And then you have all these, like, Insta thoughts and, like, fucking, fucking Bitcoin millionaires, right, who literally made their money doing nothing and they bought up entire swaps of the fucking
But I
city.
guess the thing is this, like you have Sadiq Khan in fucking England, and then, he moves in, like, a million Muslim people in 10 years or whatever. And then, so, I mean, now you have Mamdani, who's like, I don't even think he's really Muslim, but let's just assume for the moment he is.
He's a fucking Indian.
They're Dome, bro.
Because of the political questions and the major questions doctrine. So
He's a Ugandan Indian pretending to be a Muslim.
It's too big of a question. And then to
Pretty
carry
much,
on, like, ordinary business, like,
Listen, again, this motherfucker he's a rap producer, he's a music producer, right? That's the only thing of note he's ever done.
Yeah.
Right? His mom's in the film industry. His dad was a fucking college professor. He has a degree in African studies.
His wife is actually more interesting. She's actually more connected to some weird shit too, but nobody's talked about her yet.
I mean, that kind of happened.
But yeah,
I mean, I'll look into her eventually, right?
Yeah, you should. She has like a very like elite private college degree about art and film and shit like that too. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, again, like, fucking this is the new New York, right? This is what New York is now. It's a bunch of fucking young college kids who have money who came before them, you know what I mean? And they're like Bitcoin millionaires and, like, fucking internet fucking personalities. This is what New York has become, but that doesn't create any real value. So there's nobody actually eating underneath.
What do you mean? You mean that you can't? You mean the economy of New York City can't run on pumpkin spice lattes or something?
It can.
Yes, basically. Yeah, basically.
Shockingly, no, it can't. I know, I was shocked too.
Even in state, right? Like,
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Before Congress,
right?
Stand and theoretically, like,
Yeah.
agree with that.
That's what's going on, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is a necessity. Like, the rent control has to happen. The idea, like, this fucking stupid American capitalist fucking retarded fucking 1950s idea that the government can't run stores, right, is fucking retarded. Like, literally every army base in the world has a government run fucking grocery store, right? And it does just fine.
But isn't it interesting that like all these rich people vote in this, like, fake communist, yuppie Indian wannabe Muslim dude, and it's just like funny because to me it's like a biggest practical joke of ever on New York City. It's like they would literally be better off with. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, he's definitely going to bring in all these policies because they have to. But it's like, why? Wouldn't a Giuliani or someone who actually like wants to bring industrial shit back to New York City be a better fit? Like, this guy's just going to like say free pumpkin spice lattes and chopping off dicks for everyone. I mean, that's like retarded. I mean, it's going to make everything worse.
People will line up to do it. That's the fucking retarded part.
Yo, New York, all right, so, like, all cities swing between the two, right? They go from, like, the last mayor, Eric Adams, who was, like, a law and order, clean shit up type of guy, right, to, the progressive, we need to take care of, like, the welfare issue. Because they do need both. Like, cities aren't like suburbs, right? They're not like the country. They have nothing in common with each other. So, like, cities, you literally cannot do anything for yourself.
Troops like deployed in places that Congress was aware.
Right, like in a city, do you think you can like actually plumb? Right, and like when you're on a high rise or like a 6th floor walk up, do you think you can actually plumb anything in your apartment without affecting everybody else around you? Do you think that like you can provide your own electricity or heat?
They didn't have oversight.
Do you think that like you can fucking provide your own trash? No. No, you cannot.
Yeah, they gave
right?
the president
So, like, literally, you are reliant upon public services in a city. By the way, when you're in a 6th floor walk up and there's 100 people who live, right, on, like, in that one fucking place on one side of the street, where are you gonna put parking?
Well, here's the funny part, here's the funny part though. It's like they want the rainbow coalition of like everyone mixed up from all across the earth on like one building, and it's like, and then they expect them to like work shit out without like a gun in their face, and like that's just not reality.
Oh, no. They all do. They do. They literally have. Okay, so do you know that like there's like renters unions and like fucking like fucking apartment like fucking management, like not management, like boards, right? They literally have like democratic voting boards inside of like these apartment buildings. You know that, right?
In the United States. Except for
no, I didn't know that actually.
Because like someone doesn't use something.
Yeah. So like literally like there's a rental board inside of that building, right? Where like literally like you have a whole bunch of different tenants, right, who get elected by like the people who are there, and like each of them side, like they all vote right on like different policies, and they have meetings about what happens in these buildings.
A whole bunch of new shit with the law that no one's ever seen before. People are probably
you don't know the basics of how like cities actually work, bro. Like I'm not trying to like be mean to you. Y'all, rest of America has no idea how any of this works because you never lived in any of these places. Y'all don't know.
Fair reading what the framers would have wanted. It's a fair way to evaluate the president.
You get into
well, I mean, the way it sounds to me is like the way it sounds to me is like New York City should be wiped off the face of the earth. Is what it sounds like from what you're telling me.
In the 12th Amendment. So originally, the
no, I mean New York City should be its own city-state. Is what I'm telling you.
And the voter thing. The president technically should
well,
have the opposing party.
If they stop dictating what the rest of the country does, then that'd be great.
Now, of course, this was overturned.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like they need to be their own country.
VP,
right? It should be like Singapore
running. So
or Taiwan.
The framers did intend this. It's just that we removed the check and balance on the fact that it would be a different.
Yeah, well, let them flood New York City with 8 million more immigrants and see how that goes for them. I'm sure that'll work out really good.
It would again. New York City would operate better if it was its own country.
In charge of a crime when it comes to.
I think it should be the
so then they would have to deal with the consequences of their own policies, and we wouldn't. That'd be, I agree.
It's a law, but
number one, number two, they would like very quickly find out. That like if you want, like that capitalist utopia, like Singapore, right? Like Singapore is a really good example of this. Like you read my article, 80% of people live in like fucking government housing.
But 80%, but 80% of Singapore is also like people from Indonesia or India or Philippines that are like slaves as well. So that's part of the reason why.
And the way that they treated
but like again, they have their own really decent fucking condos and like shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If those people weren't living in Singapore, they'd be living in a slum in their own country. So it's a good deal for them, I guess. But
I mean, here's the thing though. Wait, here's the thing though. They're actually not right slaves. Like the vast majority of them are like, just either workers or like, fucking the upper class of like India or fucking Indonesia.
I know people who live there and they've told me that like, it's like you go to the train station and it's like, 50,000 Indians all sitting all over the floor eating, and and they have to keep it clean, but still like, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you're like like arguing
Yeah,
for
I
a
mean,
area, right? Because like technically breaking the Constitution isn't outright.
I don't know. I mean, that's just the reality of what it's like over there. So, I mean, but they have all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
laws, and they'll literally like throw your ass in prison if you start throwing shit around. Like, Shaniqua's not going to go to the Popeye's chicken and start yelling at people. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, like they will literally like hit you with a stick, right? Like actually, like for real, they'll publicly like fucking
yeah. And see, the
smack
thing
you
is,
repeatedly in the
I've
back and
always
whip you.
I was always against that until you go to Asia and you see that like people need that in Asia, because if you don't do that, then they'll fuck shit up, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay, like China's not evil. They're just trying to like not let shit get fucked up because they have an economy and a country to run. And so,
and it turns into fucking Bangkok. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you've ever been to Bangkok or something like that, or like seen like what Bangkok looks like. It is
I've been
fucking
there.
filthy. It's disgusting.
So I mean, honestly, Bangkok's pretty clean, to be honest with you. I mean, it's got some dirty parts, but actually Bangkok's pretty clean. But it's because the sanitation system was built by the Japanese, so that's the reason why. That like if it wasn't for the Japanese and the Germans to come in and engineer their shit, like it would be a shithole. But I mean, the Thai people are safe.
At the time America was founded and everything.
Yeah, but I think the issue is more during that time.
Go ahead, sir.
He's more of like a figurehead, like he's lost.
That's the axis of evil.
It depends on which government you're talking
Don't you know that?
Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
We're talking about
Right, yeah. Isn't it funny how the evil ones are always the ones that are like fucking sophisticated and fucking.
You know what they say though? People who are obsessed with cleanliness are fascist and neo-Nazis, and they're the evil people. So
Doesn't it say that like cleanliness is next to godliness or some shit? In that book?
Nah. Listen, they're Putin now. They're Putin puppets. All right, I heard that when Tucker Carlson talked about how clean the fucking Russian subways were. You know what I mean?
So like,
I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like,
there's plenty of examples.
I don't really like Slavs, to be honest with you. But I don't get the whole Putin. I don't get the whole like Slavic worship stuff. That's kind of weird.
Well,
Never quite understood.
Oh, listen, I'm not. Yeah, listen, I don't worship the Slavs, right? And just like I don't worship the fucking Japanese, right? Like I was just saying that because, like, if you talk about a place that has much cleaner like places than we do, you become like a toady for whatever regime is there. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, but this is the thing is like, look, like, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, I mean, like, I'll put it this way: like, Thai people and Thailand is a pretty clean place for what it is. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of dirty people there, but it's way cleaner than I could have possibly imagined it would be.
Okay. But yeah.
And
what I understand, like Bangkok is like filthy. You know what I mean? Like blackouts all the time. It's always like fucking disgusting. I know. Like, listen, I watched The Hangover. You know what I mean?
Well, it may be true about certain parts of Bangkok, but the parts that I saw were like very. I mean, it had its issues, but there's too many people in Bangkok. That's the only. Other than that, it's pretty okay. But there's just a lot of pollution from the too many cars and shit. But it was nice. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. But
man, I just want to go to Japan. Fuck.
But now we're saying the president is beyond.
Well, don't worry. You're going to get a bunch of Nigerians when you go to Japan, so you'll enjoy that.
The fuck?
Oh no! Did you hear about the new prime minister of fucking Japan?
Are you playing with me right now?
What are we?
No, he is. He is. All right, so check this out. Fucking Japan, the new prime minister said that they're ejecting the immigrants and they would much rather die as Japanese than fucking import a whole bunch of people to make them.
Oh, Japan is so based, man. I risk my case.
I hope that's true, but I have
Japan is based, bro.
I'm trying to.
They were like fighting COVID hardcore too.
I hope I'm not. I'm trying to get. Like,
well,
that's what the prime minister said.
If they actually mean that, then I'm all for it. I just don't believe.
Dude, Japan is fucking based, dude.
I mean, Japan's been fucked by America for a long
Japan has been fucked by like every country, bro, and they're still like strong as fuck, bro.
They only got fucked by one country, and that was America.
When you say return manufacturing, you're saying that
full capacity. I'm talking.
China wanted to fuck
Okay, well, 'cause
Japan
we
for a long
manufacture
time,
more than we
but
have
Japan
in
pretty
all
much
history of
kicked
the United
everybody's
States. We
ass,
want
to
to
be
be
honest
more
with you. But
manufacturing in the U.S. When you say
except for
reduce,
America.
you mean
Well,
I don't know.
well,
Yeah.
well, okay. Well, let me rephrase that.
Factories back to United States of America.
What I'm saying
for
is
example,
they've gone through a lot of fucking war.
The troublesome areas for me
I
personally.
mean, they only really
the
had
pharmaceuticals
like
that are mass manufactured over in China. We had
3 or 4 wars, right? It was like the Sino-Japanese War, right? Well, the Sino-Nippon
These
War, and then
motherfuckers
there
had
was like,
wars with swords and shit, though.
And they are going to
then
pressure and
yeah, but
prefer
they
their own
weren't
country
fighting
over the
them,
United States of America.
right? Like,
And who knows
listen,
how many countless
like,
people
you know, like
died
where the
because of that.
divine wind comes
That is
from?
not good, and that's because of the liberal global
Wait, where does what come
system
from?
that we have set up, where like everyone's
The
supposed to
divine
quote,
wind,
benefit from each
kamikaze.
other.
Do you know where that
But that's
comes
not
from?
really how it works, because when
Yes.
pandemics happen, when wars happen,
Where's it come
people
from?
clamp down on resources.
Japan.
We had this with Russia and Europe. There's this whole issue where Russia
No. Okay, so like the Mongols tried to invade the Japanese, right?
like gas line, right?
And when they tried to invade, the winds came through and drowned all the motherfuckers
to United States,
in their boats.
Yeah.
ultimately secures more
Right.
protection.
So
around
like,
the
yeah, they've
pharmaceutical
never.
industry, around things
I'll be honest.
that we
I don't
need
think
when
they've
things go
ever
to shit.
actually been
Okay,
fucking
can I-
invaded,
so can I ask
ever,
a couple basic questions?
other than by the United
do
States.
you think that if we bring when I say when I talk about productivity as a term in economics, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Familiar.
If we do you think it would be good if I said for us to bring back manufacturing jobs, we would necessarily be bleeding off higher?
I mean,
productivity
they went to
jobs
war
other
with the
countries in the
Russians.
world
You know what I
in
mean?
favor of
Over
lower productivity jobs in the United States of
the
America?
fucking.
Do you think that'd be
There's like
illegal
a
trade?
port, like up like fucking towards
Yes and no, because an important
Belarus or whatever the fuck it is.
if we do bring back
Huh?
factories here,
Hold on.
Like they fucked up the Russians, right? They fucked up the British. They fucked up the French. They fucked up the
Yeah.
Chinese.
you bring back a lot of our
Right? They fucked up like the Indonesians.
That's what I'm trying to
Right? Yo,
say.
listen.
that compete with Chinese.
Bro.
No, like no. That was all between the period of like 1890 and 1945.
Right? Because if we were,
That's
we wouldn't
it.
be doing it. We wouldn't
The
have
rest
to
of
go back to war,
Japanese
right?
history
I mean,
is like them fucking each other up.
Well, you've said
That's it.
sometimes, I
You
agree
know,
with you to
like they
some
didn't
degree.
fuck
Okay,
their
well,
dick.
I mean, they fuck each other up then. They're still badass.
Like we
Motherfucking samurai and shit,
We have
dude.
very strong value in our currency.
They're fucking
There's
brutal.
no samurai.
With all these other
Yeah, but the
countries,
samurai were
that
like
when we
4'9"
do
though.
start
That's the
pulling
only
ourselves
thing.
Bro, I don't care if they're 4'1". They're
I think you would
fucking
agree with me. It's
brutal.
probably not good that if we have a pandemic in the United States, that China can just clamp down.
And they
on the
fucking got
pharmaceutical
like
industry, either A,
conviction like
screws over
nothing
because
else,
they
dude.
can, or B, if they don't have any malicious intent for their own.
Nah,
Like,
like yo, the samurai were
is
kind
a
of like
very
lazy fucks.
dangerous
You know what I mean? They were
situation to
kind of just
present,
like
and when we're so
upperclassmen. You know what I mean? They
entwined
were
with
just like
China,
nobles and
it
shit.
becomes very difficult.
Bro, they got
for Chinese
ninjas,
to
bro.
There's a lot of like,
really
there's a lot of
distance
fake. Now there's a lot of
because
fake
they
like
have-
worship
everyone
for
has
the
their own
fucking
business interests, right? You talk about this a
Japanese.
lot.
Have you sure? So I'm curious. Are you American or
I
Canadian?
mean, I'm not worshiping them, bro, but I'm just saying, like,
I only
you
asked
look
this
at their
'cause I only
discipline,
learned
you
this,
look
a
at
year or two
like
ago. I didn't know this.
the fucking
In Canada,
crazy
how many
shit.
Canadians
Like,
in the house tonight?
I don't know, man.
Oh my God.
I just
Okay,
think
damn. It's
they're
not
pretty
that far
fucking
away.
cool.
Jesus.
I don't
Like,
really
listen,
have.
there's a really good, there's a really awesome descriptor of the Japanese. I heard one time from a historian. He said the Japanese are kind of like everybody else, except more so.
Not at all. We don't have the ability for states to conduct,
That's kind of true.
interstate commerce.
In a way.
Everything has to be reciprocal.
Yeah.
Like
They're not like more disciplined. They're just more fanatic.
Like a state, like California.
Yeah, they kind of are. They're very extreme.
Currencies, no, that's a
They have a lot of passion. I think that's what I really like.
Or we have preferential trade deals with New York.
They're almost.
That was established, but like I thought you meant trade in general. I was like, no, they can trade between states like that.
I don't know.
Trade, yeah. But I think in
The Japanese language is a very passionate language.
You're gonna say they're Aryan, right?
In the way it's spoken. No, I wasn't gonna say they're Aryan.
Finland or whatever these fake fucking places are, right?
All the
right. They have the ability to do that. Do you think in the United States? Do you think that we should allow the states to be able to?
And the only thing I really like about the Japanese is that they hate the Koreans, right? You know what I mean? Just I hate the Koreans
to New York and bar like Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama if they wanted to.
You get into really dangerous
I don't know.
territory.
I don't like too many.
So like
I don't like
Neurojack,
too many.
Neurojack, buddy. Listen, yo, you need
I
to
don't
dig
like too
deeper,
many.
buddy.
I don't like too many cultures, and I think the Japanese are pretty cool. And I think it's also just because we're meant to hate them, and I think that's fucking
Wait,
No,
stupid.
no, I was never
say that
taught
again.
to hate them.
State to contribute to our economy or any
I need to what now?
Yeah, yo, you gotta dig deeper, buddy. You know what I mean? You gotta like dig deep and understand like how shit works. You know what I mean? And understand like
with that, like them having full
you know,
like that.
Sure. Okay. So walk me through this. 'Cause
New
I
York
agree with
electing a
exactly what you
socialist
say, but then I would
is
just
nothing
extend it
new.
one level.
They've had multiple socialist before. They had LaGuardia, right? And then they also had Roosevelt back in the day.
All of these guys could be
right, both of which were pretty fucking socialist.
They're not going to send us their best and brightest students, their best and brightest engineers. They're going to hoard all of that for themselves, and they're all going to fuck the U.S. over in the next natural disaster or world pandemic or whatever, because they know that the U.S. is like self-interested in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mamdani is significant for reasons other than like what the mainstream right-wing people are freaking out over for sure. Like, I'm just kind of being a dick about it, but I mean, I think that I think Mamdani is inevitable. I'm just saying, like, I think it's going to make America more like
to some degree at least.
London or Englandistan. Or basically, it's like, I mean, you know, no offense to Muslims, I just don't want to see America just get overrun with a bunch of
But I'm saying that if Donald Trump
people like what's happened to Europe, pretty much. I mean, but I think that's pretty much inevitable this time.
as soon as the United States started to take
All right, the list of 1 through 5 of what's wrong with Mamdani, right? Should be he's Indian. He's Indian. He's Indian. He's Indian. He's Indian. That should be list 1 through 5 of what's wrong with Mamdani.
And like the issue is like when we're relying on
that should be the main reason that everybody's bitching about him. It shouldn't be his social policies or his political standings.
I can get behind that for sure. And again, it's not because like I hate Indians. Like I like Indians. I just don't want to run them. I just don't want.
No. Hate
I just don't
Indians.
want.
You don't hate Indians enough.
Well, I don't. I definitely don't want them running my country. I definitely don't want them running my country. That's for sure.
You need to say your mantras in the morning.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, listen, you know what I mean? You should want an Indian motherfucker in, like, genocide, right? Like, listen, fuck Indians.
There are certain types of industries that we should protect.
Every day I wake up and I think about, like, the bad shit that should be happening to them and isn't, you know?
Yeah. Visualization and mantra every morning, Jack.
Every morning I just wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, why aren't they dying faster? You know what I'm saying?
See, the difference is I get to see them all the time because they live all around me. So you know, you don't have to worry about that.
That's a total departure from Trump's.
Well, if I wanted to further expand
I'm sorry.
It's important even to return all types of manufacturing to the United States, right? Because with certain advents.
I feel bad for your public utility people having to deal with their fucking PCs.
It's becoming easier and easier for machines to take on tasks of humans. So it's easier and easier for the United States to produce goods and compete with China as a manufacturing power, right? Which
well, they're very resistant to change. Like whatever you say about Anglos, like Anglos adapt, but you know,
into production,
they don't really adapt, from what I've seen.
Right? We're looking at the Ukraine war right now.
Yeah, and they hop in politics, right? Which is terrible.
Why did we have to sell?
Like all of a sudden, I have like Indians trying to run for like local township positions.
Yeah, like there's a city where the city where IBM is based out of is really weird because like it's totally full of Indians and like every single position in that city is like Indian people trying to run. They're just fighting for office. And I walked into a building one time in that city, and it was and it said, "Oh, we're it's like a political event, and it's just like 100 Indian people all standing around like doing whatever." And it's kind of funny because like their kids who were born here, like they're kind of like embarrassed by it. Do you know what I mean? But like their parents have like zero shame. They're like, no, we want to run the city and everything will be good for us. And I mean, it's like they have like no shame whatsoever.
Everything will be good for you. Yes.
Yeah, it's like yes, we will have. We want to bring more Indian in the city, and the city's already like there's nowhere for these people to live. You know what I mean? But they just keep coming anyway.
But the chicken broth.
manufacturing, we think that we could magically manufacture.
Yeah,
everything
and I mean,
we want.
it's just like, dude, like every city's starting to feel like super overcrowded here. You know, like I'll tell you this: San Francisco has never been a lot of Indians.
I mean, to some
When you
degree,
go to, I went to San
some degree, we
Francisco
can
the
set it
past
at
like
to some
6
degree.
months.
To some-
Like
I will say,
every time you go to San
I'm not
Francisco
saying,
now,
like,
it's like
I think we can go full autocracy.
it's
There's
getting
some things that we can
significantly
grow.
overrepresented by Indians. Like I don't know exactly what's going on, but yeah, like it doesn't make any sense because
that they should be
they're
pushing
laying off
towards
so
more
many
and more
people
stuff
in all these
being
tech
produced
businesses,
here.
yet
And when you're
more and
seeing
more
other
Indians are
countries
taking
and business
all these
industries,
places
right,
to
let's
live.
say
So it doesn't
This
make
is
any
who are
sense,
what
right?
manufacturers
Bjerknes was
over
talking
in
about, and
China
everybody was
who are
laughing.
capitalists, right? They benefit directly from that trade.
Remember
They're
that?
not going to agree with the
What?
fact that
Way back when I
Donald Trump
first
says, hey,
met
we
you
want to return
guys,
manufacturing to the states. They're
Jack.
going to look at him like he's crazy because they're economically
Do you remember
benefiting from
that?
it. The only way to really pull out the rug from a
When
system
Refresh our
Bjerknes was talking
memory.
about the
tariff,
substances
all these other
farming
countries to cause
and all
harm
that,
on businesses,
Okay.
to force
and he's
them
like,
to
everyone, he wants to get
rebel
everyone,
manufacturing.
he want everyone to be vegetarian and all that, and
In what way?
In all
to be on
ways.
subsistence farm and keep them away from technology, and he's going to get Indians to come and replace the jobs, and the white people were going to be reduced back into the lower forms. And he was talking about the Kabbalah and all that. Do you remember that?
Capabilities of anybody in the world
With
Also the
Annapurna?
highest, like in terms of research and development, like everybody, like China is not saying like, oh my
Oh,
god, I wish
I
we could
Who's talking
remember. I
about it?
remember.
manufacturing, right? China is
Do you
saying,
remember
like,
that?
we're
Everyone's like,
monopolizing
"Oh,
intellectual
this is
property, we're gonna
crazy."
make
I'm
shit
like, "You think
unique,"
so?"
right? Some countries have gotten trapped in like
Yeah.
Well, see,
manufacturing,
Pinoy doesn't.
you know,
Well,
like
Pinoy's going to have a
Singapore,
hard time with
Germany
that because he
has had
doesn't think
issues
the
with
Jews
No,
are
labor, right?
running it.
I
So,
And then
know,
when you
I
look at
know.
like
I'm talking to
Singapore,
you.
no,
the
but you
US,
said
in
the
terms
Jews don't
of
run us too. So I
say
mean, it's.
educational
I guess it's the
institutions, but also
Anglos
like
doing it to
having moral
themselves,
values.
making
Like everybody
themselves
in the world
slaves or
comes
something.
to the United
No,
States
it
for
is.
business,
No,
No.
no, 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 no. All
right?
right.
I'm
So,
just,
like,
my
the
question is,
Anglos are
the
making
U.S. has
themselves
like one of the
wealthy by
highest
bringing the
productivity
Indians in and
workforces. We have
paying
some of
them
the
dick.
highest tech and everything,
Yes,
and we
proudly.
import all of
Yeah,
our
at the expense of other Anglos.
manufactured
Yeah, you're
stuff
right
from
about
other
that
people.
for
So
sure.
much so that like
Yeah, they
leftism,
don't
the
care
U.S. and
about
all the other countries
themselves.
are like,
They don't
fuck
care
you
about their
guys, you're
lower
taking
class or
advantage
their
of us
middle
when you do
class.
this. In what
They don't
world
fuck
would the
about their
U.S. is
own
like the
slice of the
leader
pie.
within everybody economically,
Well, isn't that going back to what
intellectually, in terms of like the students and everything else, that we're looking at them
Twyla
like,
was
God,
saying
fuck these
earlier
guys,
that
they're
it's
taking
like a
advantage of us, we're gonna be like
worldwide
them. Like what if you can have
Yeah.
mafia or
No, it's
something?
nuanced. It's nuanced. Yes.
I mean, it's
Well, I mean, some of them
nuanced
are,
to some, of course, which is something I strongly believe.
you know,
So,
Jews are not just Jews. They can be
historically, like we've always been the
mixed, and they
influential
are.
country in the world. I
You know,
strongly believe
so
that.
It can
Right?
be
In terms
Germans
of
and Italians
But we
and
don't just
fucking
try things
Koreans
one way,
and,
right?
yes,
Like people
you
want to
know what
be
I mean,
globalists in
Arab
a lot
and
of ways.
fucking
yes,
whatever. They can be whatever.
we
You know
look
what I
at the
mean? It's
state
still
of
be
the world
Jewish.
right
So
now.
then
What do
Well,
we want to
well,
do?
it's one of these things like where I never got race, and I never grew up in New York or that
and
area.
that's the
Like,
reality of
We don't
it.
have the capability.
They
well, actually,
married in
Pennsylvania.
with European nobilities. That's the reality.
Well, Pennsylvania and New York seem much more like racially aware. Like, I realize one thing: the further north you go and the further west you go, the more racially aware people are.
We did not have
The further
Yeah.
south and the further east you go, it gets less so. You know, because I'm from the
There's
southeast,
no,
so like I didn't
there's
realize like
really
the whole
like,
world is racist really until I
there's
got back
really
here.
like almost no such thing as a Jew anymore. Like they've all interbred.
Our output has been
You know what I'm saying? Like there's really like
but not when it comes to
very few like pure
But if we wanted to,
Yeah, I get it.
blooded
It's just a big,
straight.
it's just a big excuse to like confuse everybody. I mean, I get it. It's like,
Yes.
Well, it's not even, it's not even an excuse to confuse everybody. It's just more along the lines of like, Jews are like Indians, right? You know what I mean? Like they will motherfucking breed with somebody for like fucking status, right? That's why they
Bingo.
call the Indians. They call the
Bingo.
Indians the Jews. Yeah, they call the Indians the Jews of Asia.
That's exactly what Bjerknes said.
5 to 10 years, which is one of the issues with a lot of
Like y'all niggas don't know. Like, listen, yo, you have it. This is the problem. I lived in like a fucking city where like there was tons of immigrants all the fucking time, right? You know what I mean? Like, yo, Harrisburg was like a dumping ground for like fucking new immigrant arrivals, right? And I got to interact and like see how all these motherfuckers work, right? From a very young age. Philadelphia, same shit, right?
Oh yeah.
All of these cities were the same because, like, you know, all these cities that we lived in are all the same way. We had a chance to watch all these motherfuckers, you know what I mean, coming up. Like, y'all weren't around them. I was around them. I saw them every day, and I watched them interact.
I wasn't
Bro,
around them until
I would
months
much
in, like,
rather hang with blacks and Puerto Ricans
as cheap as possible to other countries
than most white people in the middle of the country.
Human capital.
Because like y'all motherfuckers y'all are like naive as fuck.
No, I agree with you on that. Honestly, like here's the thing: is like I don't really get along with most white people either. So like as much shit as I talk, like truthfully, I don't really get along with most white people. So that's just straight up the truth. Like,
Kind of crazy, man.
well, and the problem is like you're right. Like a lot of them are naive, and that's annoying. But you also have like the cutthroat, like wannabe Jew Anglos that are like 6'4" and skinny and blue eyed and whatever. You know what I
Well,
mean?
see, it's crazy because as much as I talk about the Aryan shit, man, like technically me and Pisano aren't even fully white. We're Latin.
You're a Latino. You're a Latinx.
Like no, we're not Latino. We're Latin.
No, you're
They're Latino. We fucking
Latinx.
started this shit, okay? They came afterwards.
Like if I'm a factory owner, yes. I'm producing tons of goods. It's incentive for me to just pack up my entire shop.
They fucking copied us.
That's fucking insane.
Okay.
Right? Because it would be
Me, Mr. Mustachio.
because there's already buy-in to the Chinese government.
Like there's a reason why like black people when they like name themselves as rappers, they call themselves like little Gambino and I mean fucking little like it's just, I mean like yo, they're fucking trying to be like us.
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because you guys should have beat their ass and not let them do that. But you know,
No. The problem. No. Here's the problem. When we showed up, you wouldn't let us live nowhere. We had to live in their neighborhoods, and then you fucking lynched us right beside them.
That's it. Yo, we were considered not white enough. They were hanging us with the blacks.
don't worry. My ancestors were enslaving my ancestors were enslaved by other white people, and so we grew up in the
That's crazy,
dirt,
bro.
we grew up with the dirt floors with the black people in the South. So don't worry, we were in the same boat.
I mean,
that's where they
feel
got
like
that.
wait, when did your people get you?
I mean, probably after the Civil War, if I had to guess, because but most of them were Scottish and Welsh and Irish and
No, like yo, if you got here after the Civil War, yo, you were like Irish, right?
Nah, I had.
All right, check this out. Scotch Irish is a term that was adopted by like the original Irish who showed up. Because by the way, all those motherfuckers who showed up like back in like the 17 and like fucking early fucking 19th century, 1800s, right? All those motherfucking dudes called themselves Irish until the real Irish arrived, right? And then they were like, no, we're Scotch Irish. We're not like them filthy fucking mongrels, right?
That's right.
Literally like what the fuck happened.
That's right.
And you were really enslaved. You weren't enslaved at that point, right? You were just poor and starving because you decided to plant fucking potatoes as your main cash crop. And, you know what I mean, you ended up fucked up because, like, you know, Britain didn't help you in any way after that shit happened.
Yeah, Britain fucked everybody over, man. They were fucking literally assassinating people.
Well, just remember the Scottish tried to fight the English for like 1,000 years until we finally started dead. So I mean, you know, give us a break. You know.
So did the Irish.
It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all, dude. The Irish were slaves, bro.
No, bro. Yo, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Over there. So now we're going to artificially make it more
expensive. It's not your fault.
Now it's cheaper to make it here. It's only cheaper to make it here because you've artificially, you know, whatever 1.5x the price of what it would cost you over there.
Well,
but that was a good old Irishman that gave us that line too.
Ability to like mass.
Yeah, well, that sounds like something an Irishman would say right before he pulls out a dagger and puts it in your back.
Exports and imports are.
No. Then he hugged another Irishman, right?
Who are you fucking talking to like that, huh?
Really integrate them into U.S. economy.
You don't remember motherfucking Goodwill Hunting?
I have your fucking head, you know.
I need to catch up on my Ben Affleck.
This is awesome. Just a couple more minutes.
Sure, yeah. I mean, like trying to.
Got a what?
Isn't China like?
How do you don't have your fucking head?
On me, Ben
Dude, Irish Mafia is fucking no game, man. Don't fuck with the Irish Mafia, bro.
Yeah, the Irish Mafia are fucking faggots. They're not even Irish. Half of them are fucking blacks and Puerto Ricans.
And
Fucking faggots. Shit. Like, ain't nobody heard about the Irish mob.
I'm talking about the real ones, man.
There ain't no real one. Literally, like Whitey Bulger was Irish monkeys. Fuck you talking about real ones? Yo, it's the United Colors. Yo, Irish mob looks like the United Nations. The fuck out of here, bro.
It's going to eventually balance out, right? Nobody's going to wait for it to be, oh God, like now it's all changed, now we're going to move. If it's going in that direction, and they're saying that manufacturing is heading in that direction.
Not anymore.
All their women have like fucking 3 teeth and one of them are fucked out. Like listen, like the Irish are filthy fucking goddamn people, bro. Like real shit. Let me keep it a beam with you, all right? Like I know Irish bitches who moved here from Boston, all right, and they are always the most smut-bag, filthy bitches you will ever meet. They're like banging dudes on a mattress when their kids are sleeping on the couch. Like, they are fucking disgusting. Like, yo, foul bitch house smells like rotten shit. They all of them had their kids out here like fucking acting like transgenders and shit. There's a reason why, like, when you wanted a good prostitute back in the fucking day, you didn't go to an Italian neighborhood, right? You didn't go to like a Puerto Rican or a black neighborhood. You went to the Irish because they didn't give a fuck. Like real shit. Their women are out there sucking dick in the motherfucking alleyway for like fucking a quarter and shit. Them broads were blowing niggas for bubble gum. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, listen, Irish mob. Irish mob couldn't even control their blocks.
Yeah, because we have free trade, which is trying to destroy, and we've got a high productivity workforce.
Hey, I have to know, man. Patty is coming for you.
You're talking about all these amazing things we have, but we have them because we're a certain way. You want to go back to the other.
You over here talking all that shite, but you still fuck our women. You don't know anything.
You're talking all this shite, yeah.
Yeah, listen, of course we fuck your women. Why wouldn't we fuck your women? They're fucking filthy, easy sluts. Like, listen, no, like, yo, good hunters, like lions. Wait.
Fair bit.
Yo, lions don't chase the fucking wildebeest in the front, nigga. They can get the one in the back with 3 legs. Okay? Like, yo, that's what proper hunters do.
The only reason, again, why I don't like those arguments is because let's say, for instance, that was the goal, right? If China was the goal, then why not just target
It hurts because it's
China
true.
and strengthen the relationship with everybody else? Like, if China was the enemy, then
Well, at least we got something to be proud about.
but we're making
Yeah, fifty
I
guinea.
mean, you do have to look at the fact that Trump has
I agree. You know, black chicks are harder to fuck than Irish women.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I actually believe that, to be honest with you.
But he did.
Yeah, well,
like this guy stopped like raping his friends, so now
I-
the terrorists like.
It depends. It depends. It depends. It's one extreme or the next. That's the reality.
I've never dated.
It's one extreme or the next. It can be quite fucking elegant too, man. But it's true. The other side is true too. No, they can be quite fucking elegant, man.
Well, I mean, when like
Yeah, the only broads who I've ever had to like go, bitch, you need to go take a shower before I fuck you, are Irish chicks. Like real shit.
Trade so much, and the fact that we import. That's one.
They're one with the earth.
So reliant on us, right? That like we're able to.
All right.
They ain't even one with the earth. They're one with
They
the
don't
12
wear
balls.
shoes.
What I'm highlighting here is, from my
No, I had a girlfriend who like didn't wear shoes. She didn't wear shoes, and she fucking like I know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, listen, yo, bro, I swear to God, the Irish chicks are the ones who like get eaten by their dogs after they die because they have like 16 of them and shit.
Serious negative trade-offs
With the
that have to be
dog.
addressed by moving a lot of our
Wait, what now?
No.
over, and the only way we could really force these companies.
Wait, what?
I'll die, bro. She had like.
Now you know. Now you know, dog. You know who I'm talking about. Right? You got that bitch in your neighborhood who got 12 dogs in a fucking house. I mean, the old lady died. They went in there and that bitch was half eaten.
Because there's concerns about.
Bro, I had a girl who tried that shit.
So it's all just gonna go
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, oh, I found him outside. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
If the goal was to target China,
Right?
we're going about it in.
She's trying to get all the fucking dogs.
All right, Tristan.
These bitches are collecting dogs like motherfucking 80 babies and shit.
Media, do you have a channel?
They can't even afford to feed them.
So is that the new
Right,
like
yeah, like
culture? Is that the new culture now with women and dogs? Is that like Irish culture? They appropriating? Are they
All right,
appropriating my
Tristan
culture?
Zapp, put your hands together. He had a really good run. Awesome.
Because they're bitches. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Wow.
No, like, bro, we all know that chick, bro. Like, real shit.
Fred, you're up. It's your turn, Fred. Put your hands
They're not
together.
all
Keep
like that,
clapping,
though.
keep clapping.
It's one way or the other, like you said.
Yeah, Irish
some of them are
females
quite
would be like
fucking
the
beautiful.
only chicks. Like Irish chicks would be the
And
only
classy.
chicks with, like they'll have like 3 broken down cars outside and shit. right? And you're like, bitch, like, what are you doing? You're not a dude.
All right, what's up?
Like, why are you collecting cars and cats and dogs?
From the idea
like,
that
you just,
I've heard you say,
what is going on? Like, they all are, they're hoarders, right? They eat like shit,
about immigration,
right? Their fucking hygiene's fucked up. Like, Irish chicks are terrible, bro. Like, if it wasn't for the fact they were easy, nobody would ever fuck them.
Authoritarianism that we're seeing right now.
No, not like I said. They're not all like that.
Look, they're
Some are
not
the
all like that.
Okay,
Some are the opposite.
All of them except me mothers like that, don't you know?
Some of them are the opposite. Some are the total opposite, but there are some like that. Yes, for sure. I know what you're talking about.
listen,
That's why I'm laughing.
Irish chicks are the only ones who buy more lottery tickets than black people.
He's throwing it at his base and he's riling him up.
Okay, bro, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, but he's not solving it.
Yo, listen, hold up. Yo, I knew an Irish bitch one time. She was 30 grand in debt for bingo. Swear to God. Real true story. 30 grand in debt to bingo, nigga.
Those encounters on the southwest border are down.
I'm gonna win this one for sure.
Well, look, there's a good reason behind that. Her dog was named Bingo.
If I assume both of those set of numbers are true, Donald Trump tells me that 25 million
And
Right.
she felt like she missed him quite a lot.
We haven't deported like even a micro fraction of that.
And then
Irish
she was
chicks, Irish chicks are single-handed.
Change that.
Yeah, Irish chicks are single-handedly keeping the fucking viewership rate of fucking Major League Baseball up, right? Because they're the only ones who watch.
It was never a real problem, and he's not serious about dealing with it.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if they'd forgotten about it.
Hey, there's Japanese and Puerto Rican guys who probably watch that too. That's about it.
With the bipartisan border
Listen,
bill was a strategic
Japanese
move to
dudes
make
for
sure
fucking
that
Owen Otani,
he
but
was
like there's like
betting
12
it
Japanese
would get
people
him
left
in
in the
the
world,
election year.
right? And then like fucking the Cubans, you know what I mean? Because they're all like fantasizing about their days as a young man trying to get to the MLB.
I like Japanese girls. That's all I'm saying.
Like he's done much. Like I agree.
Oh, Japanese chicks don't watch fucking baseball.
A popular issue
Like,
for
get the fuck
No.
out of here.
But I don't think that he's
Hell no.
like as a serious issue.
They'll watch basketball.
Actual serious stuff done. I think it's
But that's mostly because they want to fuck players.
His authoritarianism. Or
Yep.
whatever.
Well, I mean, the numbers
Yep.
speak for themselves.
Oh, you are Mac?
July last year it was 60 some odd thousand. This year it's 20.
Yo, and Irish chicks have the worst taste in dudes. I had an Irish chick one time tell me that like the hottest dude she ever saw was Wolf Blitzer.
From coming in.
Sure.
I'm like, I don't even know what to fucking say to you fucking retarded bitches. Like, they're fucking dumb.
Else trades hands and they
That's quite an interesting
25
Wolf
million
Blitzer.
illegals came in under Biden, and Trump stopped all of the inflow.
Well, if you look at him in just the right light,
2x or 2x the amount of illegals in this country, and he's done basically nothing about it. Which makes me think he's not.
you're turning a wee bit to the left.
Well,
Look just a little bit to the left. He looked just like my daddy, who was a leprechaun.
Enforcement, I believe, Biden had 64,000 arrests or something along
Yo,
that.
Irish
And
chicks
then
will
the
have
last
like a broke down
fiscal
car, no
year,
food in
and
their
Trump had
fridge,
that
with a
in
brand new
the first
Apple
50 days
iWatch
or
and
until the
iPhone.
first 100 days. So he's
That I have to admit that hits a little close to home there.
just the first 100 days of his
Well,
career. So he's obviously ramping up. his,
Well,
local
the other part
enforcement.
is this.
How many arrests was that?
Remember Irish Spring
I believe
soap?
it was 64, 62,000.
Okay, and you said that was in his first.
What about
100
Irish
days?
Spring soap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll be generous.
Do you
and
I
will
mean,
assume
the
that
only
we'll say
people
that
who
it's not
smell like Irish Spring soap
chances
are
it was higher in the
Irish
very
people who
beginning
need a
'cause you
bath.
brought the easy
Let's be
targets,
honest.
and then it's going to get harder. But let's
That's
assume that it's
literally not
If we
true
say that
because
it
they
was,
don't wash
We'll
themselves.
say 60.
But like,
in
listen,
the first 100 days.
fucking.
At around 60,000.
All right, yo, look,
Is there a
yo,
precedent
Irish
for
Spring has a
4
special
years,
place in my heart, right? Like
which is
it's
what,
Yeah, I like Irish
2
Spring
4
too.
years, like
honestly.
1,400, 40 days. So we'll say.
I haven't
No,
used it
yo,
all the
look,
time.
when I was a kid up in the mountains where like I was born, right? You know what I'm saying? Like there was always like a bar of Irish Spring on a rock next to the creek for washing your hands after you were done in the outhouse, right? And then like fucking when I got locked up, the gift I got for fucking Christmas as a kid, right? After I got sold into juvie and shit, was a motherfucking bar of Irish Spring. Like that shit, yo, it's yo, it has a special place for me.
No, I like the small Irish Spring. I just had to throw that in there because I
In the
had,
wee
like,
morning.
weird.
Yep.
I had weird memories of that. I remember like getting that soap when I was like 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that time. And yeah, it's something very distinct about that soap. It gives you a very particular
The deterrence factor is also an
memory
issue.
or something, you know.
Well, not only from people
Very
coming in,
strong,
but self-deporting as well.
very
Look
strong
at the number.
sense of smell memory thing with that
Well,
with
the
that stuff.
numbers in the immigrant population.
And there was also
down
this movie that came out in the
2% so
90s
far
called
for, first part of the
Behind the
term,
Rainbow
so
or some shit like that. Do you guys remember that
yeah,
movie?
it's trending down right now.
Beyond the Rainbow?
Does that include legal immigrants?
Beyond the Rainbow, some shit like that. Yeah.
That I'm not
Yeah.
Okay, because that would be really
I
bad,
do
right?
remember
It's like, oh,
that.
they're the ones
That's
that
a
That was a weird-
obscure movie. It was fucking bizarre. Yeah.
the most like
It
ability.
was
to
very
have high-
occultic.
I think it was made by High Level
and all of
Occult.
that. Like these are going to be selected for like
For sure.
performers, right? Generally speaking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I beat you to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Have you
and
ever
also the-
noticed that like
Really bad.
all
Well, we can't
Irish
say for sure that
entertainment,
it's going
right?
to
Like
be
go watch like
those
a
people
Dropkick
specifically,
Murphys
or it's
video,
going to be
right?
illegal
Or like a
immigrants. It's
Flogging
just
Molly's
the
fucking
immigration
video.
population, the
Every
immigrant
scene is
population in
filthy,
general is going down.
right?
So
Like there's
he is
never a
having an
clean
effect, and for
motherfucking
every
like
million
scene in
people
any
that
of their
are
videos.
subtracted
It's
from,
always like the
illegal
most
population,
disgusting
we're saving
places
billions of
you would
dollars.
never want to be. And they make it look even worse because it's all in black and white because they haven't figured out color yet.
I don't think it's going
Well, see, this is the thing is like I never understood why I never liked that music until now. Now you're like reminding me like I always thought like oh the Irish they're just a little different or something. But
where he feeds into
I love
Dropkick
Dropkick Murphys. Great band. Fucking like amazing music. I'm fucking a fan.
you just wouldn't
Right,
want to
but
be in
like,
the
yeah,
same.
I'm just saying
You just wouldn't want to be in the same room with them.
that we have
No,
documented
never. Like, yo, listen, the Proud Boys were completely made up of fucking Irishmen.
lowered them significantly. So
I know we keep going back.
I actually do
And they
believe that.
still elected a goddamn fucking darkie to the fucking presidency.
do we know how many illegal undocumented immigrants actually
But he's
are
an
here in the
Irishman at
United
heart.
I think prior.
Who,
to
but he's
Biden,
also but he's also an FBI informant.
Okay.
Exactly.
Why are we going to assume that just because Trump said it?
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is, I'll be honest with you, like, the few Irish people I've met, they look like the kind of people that would turn in their own mother for a fucking $5
Well, I'm asking you to trust
bill.
the
I mean, to be honest with you.
institutions reporting
And,
those
like, I hate to
and
say
not
that,
what's
but,
coming
like,
out of Trump's mouth.
most
Because
Irish
what
people
you're
I've
saying,
met,
Trump are
like,
still
they are
doing,
extremely untrustworthy. Like, I mean,
I think it's
and I say that as someone who might have some Irish blood in me, but, like, I'm just telling you, like,
Because they've been pulled away from their fucking culture, man.
I don't know, man.
They don't have a
they're
culture.
Evie, man. They're very like, this one dude. I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but like, I've met enough of them where it's like, there's just something about them. Like I don't know what it is, but like, they're very dishonest people. They're like,
it's hard to find any common ground.
like I hate to general. I really do hate to generalize, but like, I actually mean this. Like, they're very distrustful. You cannot trust Irish people, from my experience, at least a few that I've met.
Personally,
And I'm talking about ones from Ireland, by the way. I'm not just talking about like people born in America. I'm talking about like people from Ireland.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. So, like, the Irish motherfuckers in Ireland, like, I don't know, like, fucking,
on the identity of the shooter and
like,
his ideology before
1500s,
anything about it.
right?
So why would I trust?
They were a like honor culture type of motherfuckers, right?
Right.
You know who?
Even if all of
yeah, like they were, you know, like their shit was, I mean, very paganistic, very like, fucking, you know, like I'll die for my motherfucking word type of shit. But like on the same level, like they had to be held in line with like a strict social caste system
have almost, I wouldn't say
inside of like
around certain issues. Like I just don't know if I can take it seriously, because would they really contradict themselves? Like, do you feel like Trump would release something and say
who kept the youngins in line? Because Irish motherfuckers, they actually are lower IQ people. Like they're not fucking smart, right? And they do stupid fucking shit all the time. They're just like they are here. They've always been this way. This is not new.
name one thing and one person?
Bondi saying that she would release the Epstein files, and
but like. I feel like that's the worst example, because I feel like
so low IQ is bad.
Actually thought that they maybe had some things there, because
I mean,
kind of
for white people, well, yeah, for everybody. Like low IQ will cause you to like do dumb shit, right? When you're upset and not control yourself.
Where Trump's name might have come up.
Yeah, that's true.
We also have it not being released.
Well, but you say that black people are good, but they are prone to doing such things.
Seating an elected person, you know, in the
Yeah.
House over almost.
I don't say black people are good. I say black people. I say black people are like America's like favorite motherfucking like consumer child. They have done everything America has asked to do. You know what I mean? Like they buy all the fucking consumer goods. They buy spinner rims on they rent spinner rims on credit. Right? They fucking stand here and like, you know what I mean? Like they try to like fucking like ape the motherfucking Anglos and Italians. Right? They fucking go and play fucking sports. They fucking divorced all their women and shit. Like they're, you know what I mean? Like they fucking follow the program step by step. Every time America says jump, they do it. You know what I mean? They serve in the fucking military, right? They fucking were like slaves. Right, they went and became farmers. They fucking became industrialists. They became fucking suburbanites, right? And then they fucking fell down and became fucking hood rats, right? You fucking gave them an opportunity to like show themselves to have a culture, and they went and shot each other and motherfucking made music about it. Right? Like, listen, they have done everything you have asked.
And it was really awkward because it reminded me of fucking Hassan on Jenks' show.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but
when I'm seeing Dan Bongo Balls and fucking Bucky Eye Patel sitting here on some Main Street,
they're the most. Them and the Germans are the two most compliant people in this fucking country.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, and that's kind of part of my critique of my own people is that they're just too compliant for the wrong reasons. I mean, that's kind of what I've been trying to say for the past few years that I've been doing this. Is like people got to stop complying just for the sake of convenience. You know, like
exactly.
Well, generally speaking,
that's the fucking end of actual civilization, as far as I'm concerned. You know,
it is.
You missed the beginning of this conversation, bro. Like we were talking about this earlier.
I mean,
right, where it's like, you know, what's his name? That fucking retard. Get his fucking name. He was in here and he was saying like his fucking system's bad. I'm gonna fucking end it.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, but if you do, like millions of people will fucking like throw a fit, and die. You know what I mean? Like, because motherfuckers are relying upon this shit.
Like this involve a lot of moving parts.
Like, you have to understand like where we are.
That work. And then my counter retort.
Wait, he said what?
Fucking. What's his name? Fucking Twilight. What the fuck was the guy's name?
But I have like so many Donald Trump literally pardoning people.
Oh,
not seen the other one.
Investigations.
Avian?
Who were doing so out of loyalty to him, like Roger Stone.
Not Avian. No, fuck him. The other one.
That he had.
Oh, Lorp.
Every person that he
yeah, Lorp. Right.
All the Jan Sixers.
Yeah. Lorp was in here, and he was like, "We need to end this system like right now," and and all this.
Into that train of thought that anybody can lie under.
No, I heard a little bit of that argument that you guys were having. I mean,
what do you mean?
That I do appreciate your arguments because it does force people to think, and you know, I agree. I think that your points with him is like a lot of people like Lorp haven't really thought about like, okay, if you free everybody today, what's that going to actually look like? I mean, most people can't handle freedom, so I mean, that's just
that's what I was trying to tell him.
I don't.
Yeah, but like I understand because it's like it's really just Christianity synthesized with like knowledge, I guess you'd say. So it's like Gnosticism mixed with Christianity, which is a very dangerous thing to do. But I don't say that to criticize him. I think it's just like so many people in the South have that experience where like they've been lied to about Christianity, but they're still Christian, and then they're trying to like reconcile that, and then they can't really like figure out what to do with it. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of where that's coming from, because you just been lied to your whole life that people believe in fairness and goodness and all this, and then you get older and you're like, oh, that was just a bunch of bullshit, so people can basically fuck you over.
Yeah, and
that's why I say like I'm still Christian, but I also am like fine with people criticizing most of Christianity, because most of Christianity is just an excuse to fuck people over.
Can we have that discussion?
He was going to pardon him at the end
Which
of
one?
his term anyways.
Well, I don't think anybody knew that.
You believe in God, right?
Thing that I don't think has ever been done in U.S. history. 2, there are no emails or comments about that.
Do I believe in God? I mean, obviously.
I'm saying you believe in God. Okay. So
we're literally talking about, can you put me on the
can we have a discussion without questioning each other's belief every 5 seconds?
And then 3, it's hard.
I think we commonly do, but
well, me and Lorp had a really good conversation without jumping down each other's throat, and usually it's everybody coming at me. No, because like I believe it or not, regardless of how anyone feels, like I do believe in a higher force in this universe, and I take it quite seriously. Actually,
I don't think it was Johnson at the time.
When I look at the world and I see what the state it's in, that's what I mean. So when I say we're on the same fucking team, I mean it. Okay? And when I see all the crazy shit going on, and that's why I understand where televised is coming from. And I basically said that to him very fucking clearly. And I feel like he finally listened after all this time.
And then
Okay, Pinoid is still here. I was
now
like,
the
wait a
future's like,
second.
oh, well,
He really seems like he's been listening lately.
not to participate. But
And I said, look, man,
basic stuff. Like there's like
just
thousands
because,
of pages of deposition, there's tons of videos.
you know,
There's
Jesus
960 pages
was
long,
real,
and like
because
none of it is
I
seriously
do believe he
contested.
was.
Like people will say like it was biased. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, what part was wrong?
And just because you had your experience,
Like made up, right?
you know, when you were 9 years old or whatever, doesn't mean that everything the church says or everything the Bible, you know, is.
See, the thing is this: it's like
tells you,
No, not really when it comes to
by the church, everything that not really necessarily the Bible says, but what the church tells you the Bible says is fucking true.
Well, there's
Like literally all in the it's literally all over the scriptures that it's going to come a time where everyone's going to be lying. Like it literally says that all through the Bible. There's going to be a remnant of believers, and everyone's going to seek after their own.
The other side of it is this: is like everybody's become their own interpreter of a text that was meant to be interpreted for you, and then somewhere along the line, it's been, you know,
Where is that, Jack?
turned into cults and stuff like that.
I'm not. I don't want to fight, but I seriously want to know where is that in the Bible?
I think that more or less I agree with Unseen. I think that
It doesn't matter where it is in the Bible. The problem is, bro, is that like you know, we've been having this discussion about how retarded Irish people and Irish bitches are, right? They shouldn't be allowed to just dictate what the fuck the Bible says for them and pick out a la carte how they want to live. Because they're too fucking dumb.
Well, I think what you said earlier is true in a sense, Pinoid, where you said that like you shouldn't have to justify your belief, and I think that's like for me, like,
well, I agree with that.
Well, I'm a Christian, and like I don't feel that I need to like use science or logic to explain why that's true. So when people criticize Christianity, like, you know, I may disagree with it, but I don't feel the need to like justify it with logic or anything.
You don't.
Let me. All right. Let me.
You don't have to.
Right? I think. Wait. Let me. I think this is really important where we are. Right. So like. I'm saying, like, I believe in a higher power myself. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%.
We all
like,
do, man.
Yeah. Like, listen, I can't like deny that. Like, I'm like, yeah, listen, God for God. Right. I don't know whether that's built in
for sure, bro.
whether that's something that's just like, you know, like I can't tell whether it's a social thing or like a fucking upbringing thing or like where it comes from. But like, I know, like, I feel that, right, just as a whole. So that's something I can't help. But like, the problem that I have is with, especially with modern day, like fucking the ideas of what the church is number one, retards like unseen warfare who want to like logic the fuck out, rationalize it out, and then all these motherfuckers run into the church because what they're looking for is community. Right? They're looking for structure, for order. They're looking for like all this shit that used to exist in the church. Because this is where it, like, this is where everybody used to go to, not just once a week, but every day for all their things that they needed, right? And that doesn't exist anymore there. It's not there.
Right.
He's never going to concede. He still says that
until you rebuild that, it's already been gone forever, right? Until you rebuild that,
right?
Like religion and Jesus and the church and God isn't going to help you.
Plainly broke the law in several
right? It's not going to fix anything. Like living by these.
I think you bring up. I do think you bring up a good point. Well, I do think you bring up a good point. That I think you bring up a good point that has been like underutilized, and I think from unseen standpoint, like I think I can relate to where he's coming from because like. When you grow up as a Baptist in the South, right? Like, they tell you all the things you want to hear, and a lot of people did go to church. Like, I went to church a lot until I was like 5 or 6 years old, and then I never pretty much went again because, like, every time I would go, it would turn into like this like drama, or it would turn into like women gossiping, or it would turn into like. You know, you need to do X for some nonsense reason, and it became less about relationships that reflect what the religion is supposed to reflect, right? And then it became this thing of like, well, basically, I'll tell you honestly, they let women take over the fucking church. That's just the fucking shit.
There you go.
No. Again, they didn't let women take over the church. That's not what happened. Right? What happened women were the only one left there.
Is that David?
Yeah,
right.
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
point. Yeah,
right?
that's
That's
a
the
good
issue.
Home with a signed,
Right?
free
Is like,
signed
yo, when you
poster
had like
tonight
the
and a
mass
picture with
divorce
Destiny if you want
epidemic
one.
back in like the
We will
60s,
we will
70s, and 80s,
transition to that
right?
after we
Only
are done with
people
our
who were
debaters,
left
but
at church
please
was the
continue. Great
females,
stuff.
right? Because like the
Do you have
dudes got
anything?
ran the fuck off and vilified. Because like their place, like traditionally, like was to be the breadwinner and da 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 and be the father and all the shit. And once like they got divorced from that, the church didn't have anything to tell them because the church didn't have anything about divorce. It has no structure for this, and whole communities basically got upended and destroyed. And like all these dudes, you know, what I mean, just basically bounced. You know, and like they were being berated, and fucked up, and being treated like shit. I remember like my grandfather and my dad, right, both like just said, "Yo, fuck the church altogether. I don't want to go because like that's my woman's place.
No,
it's not
you're
mine."
you're right about that, and I'll be honest, like that. I think that is one of the biggest problems that I saw as a kid. Is like all the men I knew were totally checked out. You're actually right about that, and I think that is
true.
Yeah, they left it for the women and the kids that said, "Oh, I don't need that. I just need to go and make money and this and that." It's like, and I'm telling you, like, I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that Americans made is thinking like your job matters. Like, I'll tell you this: like, a woman will divorce a guy who has a good job and he's never present emotionally or anything else, rather than a guy who's unemployed and is emotionally present. I think that this whole like I think this whole thing of like that we're seeing is like, you know, it didn't take much, but you know, basically, you know, the whole idea that women, like you said, that the transactional nature of relationships has been it's been demonized for the wrong reasons, right? And I think that you're actually right about that, and it's a very complex thing, and I say all that to say that like I think that's kind of where people like Unseen and Lorp and myself to some degree, but I'm trying to work through it. You know, it's like you know, most of us grew up without dads, so you know, I think that's another part of it as well. Like none of us really had dads. We had to like raise ourselves, or you know, pretty much. So it's like I think that's a big part of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, like here's the problem, and this is my biggest problem with like religious people, the ortho bros. You know what I'm saying? Like all these motherfuckers, and it's why like I have such a big problem with when he started talking all that like nonsense about like fucking you know, the church and fucking like, you know, fucking Plato and the scriptures and like fucking saint fucking whatever the fuck. And I was like, bro, it just sounds like a lot of yippity yap, right? Because that's what it was. It's yippity yap. Right at the end of the day, because what you're doing is you're justifying individual fucking beliefs.
Exactly.
Solar doesn't work at night.
Right? You know what I mean? And like,
I understand
like,
where you're
it cannot be an individual process.
Black.
Right? Like, you know, what did Jesus say? He said, you have more than two of my fucking disciples, or more than two of like believers together. You know what I mean? Like, yo, there I am. There's my church.
There you go.
Right? But he never said when you're by yourself, there's my church.
I think in Trump 1, I think you could say that.
Well, I think, and I think that, but I'll tell you why it's that, you know, you're right, but I think that a lot of people like us, because we didn't have a dad, because we have no trust in people around us, for good reason, you know what I mean? Like,
the fuck we do.
Yeah,
you know how we grew up?
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying that, like, although it's the wrong way of doing it, I think it's the only way that we know, because we never had what you're saying, which is like an actual church that, whether it was corrupt or not, did glue the fucking community together and kind of force people to work together despite their differences, right?
I mean,
to be
fair, and
I mean, all right. So you know, it wasn't the fact that like the church glued people together. Wasn't that?
Yeah, like he sounded like a lot of authoritarian
it's
stuff,
okay.
But he hasn't done like a lot
so
of stuff
when you live in like a town, right? You know, like I lived in a town of, I want to say it was like 1,000 people growing up, right?
They're going to be hurt for a while.
And in this town of 1,000 people, right? The majority of them were either immigrants or immigrants' kids. They were like lower middle class or lower class.
And motherfuckers knew each other.
Yeah. No. You needed help.
He hates them because
right to get by.
Yeah,
couldn't
exactly,
do it on
bro.
your own.
Yeah,
You
but
needed
Yeah, it was the
babysitters.
same.
You needed like fucking you needed help,
Okay,
right?
figuratively
Listen,
speaking,
me
I
and
don't
you,
think he
Paisan,
actually hated
brothers,
them,
I'm
but he took a look at
explaining
the
this to
numbers,
like
and
the
we were
fucking,
paying the
you know, what I mean,
most. They weren't
the
upholding
fucking
their
person who's
agreements,
not
and he
from
tried
where
to
we're from,
up their.
right?
but that sounds like a
But like
progressive
you needed
problem
help
tax
coming
rate.
up. You needed fucking place to rent. You needed fucking help with the bills. You needed fucking, you know, what I mean, like people to help you fix things, whatever it was,
Something along the
right?
lines of like,
That's
I
what
want
the
to
church
do
was
X, Y,
there
Z
for.
mission, or I
Like
wish that
everybody
our
in the
allies
church,
contributed more, so
like
that we were more
fucking
cohesive
helped
unit or
each
whatever.
other
That's
out, and
fine.
you knew
All it is
everybody,
shits on NATO
right?
constantly.
And
We're
like
big
that was the
about making people pay more
like
money into
it
it. Like,
wasn't
it's a
the
big
church
fuck you to
gluing
everybody.
everything
Like, that's the
together.
approach, right?
It was
Well,
the
big
church was
difference
what
is, I
you
mean,
had in,
progressives would do that too if they could, but
right?
Trump has a
And
big red
because
button that
like
allows him
as
to
being
push it and get
Catholics,
instant gratification.
it's a
So of course he's
culture.
going to push that button.
It's the
Why is
same
it
as like
being
it's an
president?
ethnicity.
You're
It's a
just fighting a red
nationality,
card.
right? Being Roman Catholic is a nationality. It's why
It's
when
working
two
for
Roman
him
Catholics get in a
in
fucking
some
room,
way.
we don't butt
He's like
heads
a good reality
ever.
TV show host, but like I
Nope.
think it's better
Right?
for us
Like
in
we
the
can have
country.
like regular conversations, like
It
regular
depends
people,
on
and
the
talk
metrics
about
that you're
things
going for, but
because like
yeah,
we
Yeah,
all
because
had
we're
the
willing to
same
watch
upbringing
reality
and the same
TV.
cultural like fucking like guidestones,
that's
the
all
same
American
values
politics
and the
is
same
right now,
family
according to
Yeah, but
structures
Fox News.
why?
and the
Because
So
they
same
elected a
kind of
reality TV
shit,
star, I think,
right?
right?
And the younger
I
ones,
feel
you know,
like
I mean, we
Biden
have a little
conducted
more of a
himself
problem
in a manner
with
more consistent
because
with
like they
the
didn't
Cuomo
have any
stuff
of
the
that,
president of the United
but they
States
heard
conducted
about
himself
it,
with than Trump
right? And they're
has
interested in
in the past
listening,
and is
and
currently
they want
doing.
to hear from guys like us
I
who
would
did
tend to
have
agree
it,
with you on that one, but
right?
the fact of the
Because
matter
that's
is
where they
Biden
want to get
had
back
the
to.
tools in
And
his
this is
kit
the
to
problem. It's
accomplish a
like
lot of
it
things
wasn't.
that
It's
Trump is
the
doing
church
right
isn't a
now, and he
glue,
just didn't do it.
right? The
Border
church is a
crossings
meeting
are
place
down, as
for
I've said. Those
everything.
numbers are true. They're hard
It's your
facts.
community,
They
right?
were done
It's
through
your
the executive
motherfucking.
order.
It's the
So that
center of like
border bill didn't
the
need to be
structure
passed
of
at
your
all.
Well, I
neighborhood.
mean,
It's
one,
your
that EO is going to
people,
be challenged, and
right?
I think it is being challenged, and
And
I don't know where the
it's
case
there to
stand on it. And
help
then
you,
two,
right? It wasn't. It
we didn't
wasn't
get
there to
like
like
increased
force
funding and
you
everything
to
else for
be
the
there.
arbitration judges to
They
actually
didn't
go
stand
through
here
all
and
the
like
asylum seekers who have
like
been caught and
make you
released
do
to like
anything.
actually decrease
You
the
did it
numbers. Like
because
those
like
people are still going to be floating around
they
forever, and it
helped
takes to
you,
process
and
them
you
because I don't
felt
think we have to increase
obligated
the
to
funding
help
for the
them.
asylum judges or
You
anything.
know what I mean? In return,
Yeah, but we're
right?
not getting flooded with
And
new people.
it just it was
I
a
understand that,
beautiful
25 million
structure,
though. It's a
and
lot.
that's gone now. That's been gone for
Any
fucking
final
years.
thoughts there, Fred?
I
Gone.
guess I just
Completely gone.
like Biden dealt with a
It
lot in
is
his
fucking
administration, and I think he
disgusting.
accomplished a lot. Right? We had the
Well, and
Yeah.
and I
whole
think with the
Ukraine-Russia war
Protestants,
open. We were
like
coming off of all the
like
crazy
my
COVID stuff.
earliest recollection of
We
it
had
is
the whole
like
Israel
Well, I
Palestine
became a
conflict when
Protestant
Trump
after that,
vetoed
it
Jack.
was a
like
well
If you
all
really
the
want to know the
legislation
history.
naturally, and then
well I
we
grew
still
up
had to
as a
keep building
Protestant,
universities,
and it
like
was
we
just
largely
like
did. And then like inflation
they
and the
really
immigration
cared
bill
about
was
what
cut
you
down
believe,
at the
but
end
they
of
didn't
his
care about the
term for
community as
Donald Trump.
much, if
We were
that makes sense.
It's just
we're
backwards.
starting to go back up.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
you don't have
The
a community,
Catholics
then what you
never.
believe is
But then COVID
Jack.
hit and everything shut down.
Because
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
believe
yeah.
So
whoever
No,
the
I've
fuck you want. When
never.
shit hits the fucking fan,
So
it doesn't
I
matter
feel
what the
like
Yeah.
fuck
those are
you
the
believe
policies
because
that
you're
we
gonna
cared
fucking act
about.
a fool.
Like if would you be happy? I guess the final question.
Yeah,
I'll
see,
leave the last
we
question. If
never
we
had
get
that
through those
growing
4
up,
years
right?
and
Like
all
we,
Donald
I
Trump has
never
done is
had the church
executive
ever
orders and marched the
question what I
military
believe,
around, and there's no
right? Like
legislation and no
ever.
permanent solutions,
You know what I
there's
mean?
no
As long as I
solutions to any of the
participated,
problems we
you know what
have.
I mean? They didn't
And
give
Don't
a
give
Trump
a
fuck.
was
You
fuck.
can
a
believe whatever
success
you
or more
want.
successful than
Yeah,
Kamala would
they
have
didn't
been.
care at all, right?
No,
Today
absolutely
they
not. I
do.
think that's
Today they're much
step
more
that
fucking
needs
Protestant,
to
right? Like I've
basically
talked to priests
take
today,
the
like these
rest of
little
American
fucking
policy more
seminary faggots,
seriously
right? Or these
in
like
order to become a
like
good
they don't even go to
president. But
seminary. They go to fucking like
immigration
they go to
is a
Catholic
deeply personal
colleges,
issue to me and my
right?
family,
So they're not
and
even raised in the old
he
ass
has
ways,
made
right?
real gains
So
in
like you
it.
talk to them
Although
and
I
they're
have to take a
like
look
they
at what he
talk to
says
you like a fucking
realistically as
Baptist
well.
Southern person talk to
Yeah,
a
But
non-believer
I
like a
get it.
heathen. listen.
Holistic.
No, I get what I get where you're coming from,
as
because that's one thing I didn't like about the Baptist. And like, here's the thing: is like,
Iron Brimstone. Yeah, we didn't play that shit.
yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like, I think the Baptists have a lot
Yeah,
right.
I went from Roman Catholic to fucking evangelical. So yeah.
Well, I think Baptists got a lot right. The problem is that they were living in pride, where they're trying to like dictate, like you said. But like Pinoy, you do bring up a good point.
Some of them are misguided, though. I've met some real Christians in my life, like real Christians who really were like, they really had that fucking love in them, and they really had that, do unto others and shit. Like, blew my fucking mind. I've only met a few, but it was enough to be like, holy shit.
But they never pushed it on you. Ever.
Never, dude. They didn't have to. I was like blown the fuck away. I was like, holy shit! Like, what is going on with these people?
Yeah.
Like, it was obvious. Like, something is like got a hold of them.
Well, Well,
But
but
yeah,
that's
go
the
ahead.
thing about the whole Baptist thing is like I think
You can't fake this shit. It's impossible.
a lot of them turned out like Pinoid's talking about, where like they become like super weird and they're trying to like justify this and they're trying to justify that, and they just can't ever just let somebody be and try to like help them where they're at and like bring them out of it. You know what I mean? I think that's like that's where I got turned off by church. Like I went to church a few times in high school, you know, and it just always turned into like this like weird little cult where it's like, oh, we're gonna do this like weird like kumbaya Jesus shit, and I'm like,
Right. Yeah, let's sing songs.
I'm not like are we gonna like do something that's actually like
It's a mockery, bro.
yeah,
Just say it.
it's hard to describe, but you have to like go and see it. It's like
It's a mockery.
it's like a pseudo community, pseudo cult. I don't know how you put it, but it's weird. It's just
I would say similar, yeah.
and they don't
Everybody's
separate.
touched by the fucking spirit and having like Unseen talks about. Well, they weren't like fucking like dogs and shit. But I get what he's saying because I saw it. Everybody's slain in the spirit all of a sudden, and they're fucking like shaking and convulsing and look like they're having seizures and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm thinking to myself,
yo, that's called Holy Ghost, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's fake as fuck, bro. It's Holy Ghosting, bro. Like motherfuckers is Holy Ghosting and shit.
Yeah, well, I never
Right?
went to
It's
one of
all-
those. I never went to one of those.
Yo,
Thank
it's
God.
intention. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers want to. Like I've seen that shit in like Unitarian churches, where like motherfuckers just start holding. Praise Jesus!
Never was part of
Oh,
that, yeah.
praise Jesus! I feel
Bro.
the Spirit, Lord. Right?
This
Yo,
shit
listen,
freaks
fuck
me
out
out,
here.
man.
I think a person could.
Yeah,
Yo,
I-
it's
I
all
never-
me
no.
out.
Yo, bruh. No. Yo, again, this is women looking for attention. It's never a dude. It's always a female.
Never a dude.
Well, no, you're right. Well, and but the priest of those churches is like usually a male, and he's like
What way?
playing into
Yeah.
female
Oh, yeah.
insecurity and all that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, grabbing her ass.
Yeah.
Just depends on what's going on. If you
Yeah.
were a human being and you
Grabbing her
Right? You
fucking
know what I mean? Like
ass.
he's hitting he's hitting niggas with Bibles and shit, smacking people and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, listen, bro. Like, yo,
to be fluent in language.
Niggas saw the same shit. I know, man. Yo, we got that link. You're right, man. This shit's crazy, bro.
Yo, listen. Me and you been through it, bro. Like, again, I've been to all these fucking churches. They're fucking retarded, right? You know what I mean? This is why it is. I'm like, yo, listen, I don't speak like about shit that like I like 100% don't know. I try not to anyway, right? I do it
Right,
sometimes,
right.
like the fucking whole Asian thing.
No, I
earlier.
can tell. I can tell, man. You're like fucking 90% fucking bulletproof, man.
Yeah.
Once I figured out that my suspicions were right and that you were fucking trolling sometimes, I realized how fucking how alike we actually are. And I started cracking up. And it's like, oh
Like,
shit.
yo, listen, I've had Jew broads take me to fucking temple and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've been everywhere. I've been to mosques, right? I've been to like fucking black like fucking churches. I've been to Puerto Rican churches.
Oh yeah, I've
I've been to all
When
fucking
a child is born.
yeah. Like you ever been to like the what is it, like the Puerto Rican motherfucking like Protestant church? Right? It's called something weird. I forget what the fuck it is. Right? Whole different animal. Right? And again, they're in their Holy Ghosting and shit. You know what I mean? They do the same fucking dumbass nonsense.
As the child, like, experiences the world.
I've been to like fucking churches where like I went to a kid's church here recently, fucking where like my fucking
unnecessary connections are removed.
that's their grandfather, their mom's fucking dad takes them to church. And like they have a giant ass motherfucking big screen in it and whatnot. You know what I mean? And like it's just utter and complete dog water.
Movements are more.
It's basically like I don't even know how to describe it, bro. Like it's a bunch of fucking like retards who know nothing about God, right? And they just spout like fucking dogma bullshit. Right, like I was there for like the Easter sermon, and my kids participated in like the Easter motherfucking like play or whatever, which is why I was there. And like literally, they're just shitting on Romans and whatnot the whole fucking time, as if like they literally almost tried to make it like the Romans killed Jesus. Like the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Like what? Like what are you gibbering about? Right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean,
I've
like,
seen that. I've seen that too. It's
ballpark guess
ridiculous.
would be,
It's absolutely
like,
ridiculous, dude. Like,
it would probably lean quite young. Like
but
Your
but a
friend
lot of it.
Israel, goddammit.
But a lot of it comes from like
mid-20s
it's
range,
again
right?
it's because they conflate those words that you talk about in your article too. It's like belief,
next point is,
faith, and
would you
trust,
agree
and
that
they conflate all
Bingo.
that shit. They conflate
some
those three
cultures are
things into
better
one
than
thing.
others?
I always talk
They've
about that.
If you
inflicted
want
that on
to
so many
build a
people in the
democracy,
South, in particular,
talking
yeah.
about
that
I
And
always
that's
say
what gets those
that
things mixed up. You know.
people who come to the US,
belief
they come from
is just
countries
a
that are
fucking
run by
stepping stone
totalitarians, that are
to
low
faith,
on
which then
human
leads you to
resources
trust.
and
Trust is like, I got you, man.
corruption, a lot
You
of
know I
things,
got
right?
you,
I don't
bro.
know if that's true of most.
You
no,
know,
no, like,
if you don't
no. I
fucking
explain
believe,
it really
I
simply.
grant
Like, I
that
explain it
it's
really simply.
superficial.
They call a bank a trust,
Uh,
right? And the reason why they
Right.
call a bank a trust is because, like, that bank has
have
religiously
like
fucking,
countries where they
like,
come
paid
from.
its
But
bills
I
and
know
had
they
its
come
money
from,
and
I
shown
don't know,
it's
like as a
trustworthy.
percentage, like how many of
You know
them
what I
come from
mean?
there versus like your
Right? That's why you have that. You don't
Yeah,
call a
I'll
trust
grant,
a
I'll assume
faith.
it's 51%.
You know what I mean? You don't call a bank a faith. You don't call it a belief. Right? You know what I mean? Like, yo, what you have in, like, you know what I mean, this, like, fucking, this religious system that these motherfuckers have is belief. And you don't have to justify your fucking beliefs. Right? You know what I mean? You just fucking, like, that's just what it is that you believe. You know what I mean? It's like literally like a bet at the end of the day.
People who come here to the US come from like bad.
It's Nero, yeah, because someone's got shit echoing.
They come here
yeah, you're echoing.
Where they cannot really.
No, it ain't me. I checked.
I think that in the long term, it can be. Really
I only just got here.
The country.
No, I just got here. It was echoing before I got here. Don't pull that shit.
Yeah, listen, we were having a really good conversation, so if you could not do, like, your typical Australian thing, it'd be really appreciated.
People who come
Go find a fucking Australian to cry to, cunt.
Corrupt countries, they eventually become more liberal
What?
as they assimilate in the US.
you bloody fucking cunt. What's up, DK?
Yeah.
Is also,
Hey, how goes it,
it's
everyone?
bidirectional, right? So,
You's all good?
natives, they affect
We's all good.
immigrants, and immigrants, they affect
Nice.
well, and
Anyway,
what happens
anyway,
in big
yeah.
countries is really
Like,
bad
it's like the
for-
whole,
So we
like,
just got, going to listen to fucking Pinoid pee over everything.
Foundation, on which
yeah, listen, you know, we were having a really good discussion.
That's
Like, I
all
was
you
just
do,
quiet for
cunt.
like 10 minutes.
That's about all you do, cunt.
Okay, so let me.
DK is fucking funny.
You're saying that.
You fucking
He's
just
not
turn
funny
up
in any
and
way.
pee over
Just
everything
obnoxious.
because you don't really
age of
have
He is.
new
anything.
customs. Generally, they're coming from.
But he kind of trolls too, like you do. He does kind of
He doesn't really
No, hang on. I stream 24/7 and I fucking have to put content on my channel. This motherfucker just turns up and is a cunt on other people's channels. He might try and stream for what, an hour?
Right. Like, for example, some
About
people,
fucking nothing?
People from corrupt countries are.
Don't fucking ever try and put me in the same category as that piece of shit.
I would. There'd probably be a lot of parts of this that
I'm better than you.
If we had a Wikipedia and we were
At
going
what?
through it later.
Being a cunt?
But let's say that I grant every single thing here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a quick.
Well,
I mean, pretty much everything, though.
Do you think?
No, well done. You're a bit of cunt. Well done.
Do you think they're smarter?
No.
Well,
Yeah,
I am a better cunt.
Let's all get
I'm a
along.
better cunt,
Mm-hmm.
better fuck, better cook,
Sure.
a better
But I'm saying,
man,
like, do you think the
right?
average person in China
Stronger,
would guess is
smarter,
than
faster,
the average
taller.
person
Listen,
in
they
the
rebuilt me
United
this way. You know what I
Let's say
mean?
we
They put the
measure by
money into it.
educational attainment or something like that.
It's hard to tell.
The first thing is you're a bit of cunt.
A lot of people. And
You're not good at anything.
Yes.
I don't know what percentage.
I'm good at enough. I agree. I'm good at nothing at all. Like, ever.
My guess,
I've never been good at anything in my entire life. You know, ever.
I think it's.
Yeah. If I were to
Shit.
go in the United
Well
States, I
done.
were to say, who do you think is smarter?
Now
the
we
average
agree.
US citizen
There's a-
or the average Chinese U.S.
And
citizen?
there's a reason why, like, you know what I mean? Like, your mom keeps calling me all the fucking time. I've never been good at anything.
Like, broadly,
In
just
the head
American,
and an annoying
person or the
motherfucker
average Chinese
online
citizen?
all the time.
On average.
Chinese American.
Easily, right?
That's my job.
Yeah, I think
all the time.
Then do you get paid to be an annoying motherfucker? Which Jewish organization pays you?
There's such an exceptional filter applied to people that immigrate to this country that a lot of these HOAs
Organize too. It's important you organize them, or else they're not organized. You don't want disorganized people.
of a corrupt country.
Question.
People who are the
DK, relax.
Being paid by Jews.
DK, he's not being paid by Jews.
DK, we have one question for you. Are you Irish? Are you Irish?
No, he actually is.
They just want.
Don't know it. That's why he avoided the question. He didn't say no.
Immigrating is really hard.
Oh, are you a Jewish? Are you part of Mossad, Pisano?
For instance, everybody at the very least who comes from
Yeah. What? Listen, dog. I joined the Mossad, right? Because like, they have the best. Every Tuesday they make the best fucking cheesesteak.
It's a joke.
I swear to God. Listen.
Oh shit!
The only way to get a good proven sandwich anymore, right, is to join the Mossad, right?
Okay.
Like, I love Reuben sandwiches.
Bro, me too, bro. I can't really be mad at you.
Straight the places that
Can't be mad at you, bro.
How are you going to give a good pastrami on rye?
You gotta infiltrate the places that make them, right? Once you infiltrate the places that make food, then you can tell them how to make it the way you want.
Exceptionally highly educated.
I just make it myself.
I don't have
I want a good sandwich personally.
Right, like if you're just fed up and you live in.
The Mossad makes it properly the first time.
This place sucks.
Yeah, man. I'm with it.
Well, after fucking infiltrating shit and stealing it,
like on the upper
I'm with it, bro.
Just the journey itself, it's going to cost a lot.
I don't care, bro. I don't care how it gets made, right? I just want a good sandwich.
Right.
That is your problem.
They still get
And that is many people's problems. If you don't care how something comes about,
a lot of the
you just want it.
Moral values.
But like,
Then you are part of the problem.
Of like U.S.
Oh
culture,
dear.
like right
I
now,
am a good.
I am the problem.
Jeffy?
I guess would be that if we were to sit down and like,
We know you're the problem, Pinoid. Fuck off.
Immigrant groups that I would say.
I know I'm the problem. Like, why would you like fucking deny that?
Democracy versus
Shalom, Jeffy.
Movement as an aggregate.
Hello. How you guys doing? Sounds like you're all
fundamentally, foundationally.
We're having a great time. Everybody's just giving each other hugs and kisses.
What's funny that you guys